we're live.
Oh,
Shit.
It's been 2 weeks since we were here in Velaren playing our BFRPG game. A lot happened last session. Let's see. You guys got into a confrontation at a it's like a potion shop.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it was a potion shop. Rare herbs. Or I guess at the beginning of the session, you got some leads on where Jeremy might be kept captive. Tracked down a few of those leads, one being the potion shop, and then you learned that there was also a magic shop and a tavern that were all owned kind of by the same company. After confronting the potion shop owner, he kind of tried to turn you guys in to the rest of that company because Goff and Sop showed up. You guys beat them up. We're in the process of looting the place when the guards showed up. Tried to start a fire, ran down into the sewers. We're there for a bit and discovered what you think is another passageway through the sewers into probably one of those other shops. Because you noticed when you were in the sewers that there were some like dug out manual tunnels that kind of offshoot from the main sewer system. Like the brickwork kind of just stops there and it's all just dirt, so it looks like somebody dug through. And that seems to connect all of these companies' fronts together. So you guys identified that. You went back to a different tavern because you are suspecting that you're being followed and you're trying to throw them off a bit. What else happened? I think you guys talked with Ingram a little bit, I think.
Yep. Jake got the book back also, I think.
Yes, Jake got the
And
book
I learned
back.
a magic missile.
Ooh.
And you got the magic missile. Yep.
Jake's becoming the wizard he always wished he was.
He also got a new friend in his bag.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's a
little
hockey puck duck. It's great.
Yeah. Little gothic rendition of a rubber duck. That he doesn't know how it got in his bag. And I think it's pretty much all the important stuff that happened last session. So we pick up with you guys. Night passes, nothing eventful. You wake up. You're at your different tavern. You were at the Higgs. Now you're at the Bow's Tavern.
Mm-hmm. Anyone prank calling them?
Prank call him?
From Moe's Tavern, Simpsons.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Simpsons ever.
One of these days.
I think I've seen like maybe one full episode of The Simpsons. I see clips of it a lot.
There you go.
I know they're yellow. That's about it.
That's all you need to know. That's what the entire thing revolves around.
Yeah, that's the central plot of every episode.
Homer goes to work. Nobody else is yellow. He's the only one.
Oh no.
But yeah, so what are you guys wanting to do today? More of tracking down, because I think you guys suspected that they had some sort of facility or something tied to the sewer system, and you were like kind of trying to trace for where that might be, and you figured it was probably close to one of the other shops that they had above ground.
Yeah, I don't think that we can really go around the shops much anymore because pretty sure they're going to be looking for us. So
Did we kill that shopkeep?
No,
or did he escape?
He escaped. He escaped ahead of you guys down
the
sewers.
And we never found him.
Matter of fact,
Never
we
ran
didn't
into
kill
him.
anyone, which is I don't know. I feel like we failed somewhere.
Could be. So what, we got word that there was some connection to the mining fucking people down in the sewers.
So there were 3 shops that you were told about. There was a tavern, a potion shop, and a magic shop. And you learned that like most of the ruffians that seem to work for this company have been recruited at the tavern. And it seems like the potion shop was kind of a front for that's kind of like where they would recruit people like Jeremy, where they're like young and naive magicians of the sort. And then there's the magic shop, which I don't think you guys have been to at all.
No, I don't think we had.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
you do know. Oh, I opened that over your guys' faces. You do know that they all seem to connect down to the sewers. I don't think you got a whole lot more info on Jeremy's state other than you think that he's being kept captive somewhere, and you think it's in the sewers. And that,
Okay.
I think that's all you got out of. There wasn't much more that his friends had to say when you guys were out on the farm.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty much at either go make an ass of ourselves around some of these shops, or just go digging through the sewers.
Yeah, I agree. I think if we go dig around more of these shops, we're just going to put ourselves in closer conflict with this group. So
Yeah.
maybe just head down to the sewers, start exploring some of those offshoot hand dug tunnels, see if they get us anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you'd be able to
honestly
find.
concerned with. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, that's it. You'd be able to find 2 of them pretty easily. And walking above ground a little bit, you're able to infer, just from the layout that you're familiar with, of this part of town. These are probably like you had the tunnel that led to the potion shop, obviously because you went down through the potion shop. And the only other shop that's that close to the potion shop that you would have run across, it's like another hand dug tunnel, was the tavern. So you don't think that you found whatever hand dug tunnel leads to the magic shop because you were not like on that part of town.
Yeah. Well, do we want to head to the part of town where the magic shop is and shimmy down over there?
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
might kind of get an eye on the magic shop so we know referentially where it's at. But other than that, let's.
Sure.
Yeah.
Might as well get to
Yeah.
it.
You guys head out. So the magic shop is kind of on the. You guys have been like on the west half of the interior, like walled off section of the city. Magic shop's kind of like more towards the northeast bit. So you're able to make your way over there pretty easily. And the problem though is once you get over to that part of town, it's a much nicer and a little bit more populated part of town. Like there seems to be more expensive buildings, people's houses, a few mansions and things, or like mansions in the context of like a nice house in a medieval city.
Yeah.
But you definitely seem to be in like the more expensive part of town. So there's not a whole lot of like giant ways to get into the sewer. Most of the sewer entrances are not as obscured. So if you were to get into them, you might be seen. Like, you're more likely to be seen entering the sewers from this part of town. If you wanted to get into the sewers and be more sure that you weren't seen, you'd probably have to like travel underground a lot more, like backtrack a little bit to a more dingy part of town and work your way there through the maze. Although it's not too hard to navigate underground because most of the sewers seem to kind of follow the street path, but some of the offshoots don't really line up. But like the main drainage tunnels seem to match the main streets. So do you want to risk? I guess it's up to you guys. Like if you're wanting to see if you can try and sneak in closer to the shop, or if you want to try and like trek more underground.
I'd be fine with trekking more underground. It'd be less eyes on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I won't even really make you guys roll for it if you're farther away. You're put yourself probably about 5 to 7 minutes out from a walk to the magic shop. You're able to easily gauge time that people aren't looking at you, and you all drop down. There's kind of like a bigger storm drain that you guys are able to fit through. It's not even like a lid or anything. It's
Just kind of swoop, slide into it.
Yep. You guys are down in the sewers. So here. Oh, I should
What
probably
an interesting smell we've found.
You're surrounded.
Oh, yeah.
You're surrounded immediately by 10 mutant goldfish with guns.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Magikarp.
They ask what you are doing in their domain. Let's see. Who wants to give me a navigation? Because I feel like doing this as a check instead of making you guys do left, right, over and
What
over
would you
What's
consider
navigation?
navigation?
Whoever wants to give me a wisdom check.
Not it.
Not me.
it's Jake.
Okie dokie. I will attempt to navigate intelligently.
Wisely.
Who's that wizard? It's Jake.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's not bad.
Nice. All right. Yeah, with that, you're pretty easily able to backtrack in your head. Because you guys made it kind of close to there and then realized it was going to be difficult to go down. So you've paid attention, kind of kept a mental map in your head of best way to get there. And you don't really take too many detours or anything even. You're able to get over pretty confidently to that side of town. As you approach the magic shop, you come across what looks to be like another one of those like wider sections on the pathway. And again, you see like another what looks like a homeless community, or what used to be one, because you see like a few more like shacks and tents and things set up, but you don't see any people in any of them. And again, you're met with a horrible smell a particularly bad smell. Like you're in the sewers, but it's definitely a little bit more potent as you're walking by this area.
Are dead people inside it?
And you flip the tents, and in the third tent that you check, you see another pretty old man that seems to have been, or seems to have passed away in his tent. You don't
So I
really see
think
any
this-
belongings or anything.
Yeah. So you think this group done stole all the sewer people?
Kind of seems like it.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be my guess.
After you travel by this area, you go for a little bit more, and when you're getting close to where you were expecting the magic shop to be, you see two things. You see what looks to be like kind of a wooden, or not a wooden, like a hand dug tunnel offshoot again that resembles the two that you saw before for the potion in the tavern. But on the other side, you see the brickwork change a little bit, and looks like much newer brickwork that's been laid down, and it's kind of not fully incorporated. Like, it doesn't match the city style too much because the bricks aren't the same size. They don't really match in the same way. But they look much newer than the bricks that you're walking on that seem to be a part of the city stuff. But you see kind of this pathway lead off into the wall a little bit, and a big set of double doors that have like these iron reinforcements on it.
Boy, that sounds
Wanna-
like our jam right there.
I'm going to agree with that. Yeah, let's go in there.
All right. So, you walk up. They both seem to have some sort of, or potentially be able to be locked. You can see like there's a spot for a keyhole on each of them,
Okay.
and a little handle mechanism.
I can attempt to open locks.
Okay. Give me
I'll
that
do.
check.
Actually, before I do that, can I do like a check for traps?
Yeah.
It turns out you roll that one, so
Right.
my chance is 40. So
Okay.
I think 1 through 40 is success, and anything over that's a fail. But you don't tell me.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let me check that real quick.
if I find a trap, you tell me, and if I fail, then I didn't find a trap, or there wasn't a trap. But either way, I don't know.
Which are not mutually exclusive.
It's a D6, right?
No, it's a D100
Oh, D100
for
check
thief
one?
skills.
Okay.
I'm finally to the point where my thief skills are starting to be useful than the D, more likely to succeed than the D6.
That's good. Okay. So if you have like a 45% chance, that means I have to roll a 45 or lower, and then that succeeds.
40 for me. So yeah, 40%, like 1 through 40 success,
Okay.
41 through 100 fail. At least that's my interpretation of it.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Because the numbers go up as you level up, so that would make sense
Yep.
that your range expands. Okay. Cool. So you do a check for traps.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you're examining it, you see that there are two, like each door has a locking mechanism in it. And as you look at it, it looks like one of them is kind of a dummy mechanism. And it's the door that would be more intuitive to open because it's got the handle on it. On this side, because it's like double doors. The one on the right has the handle, has a locking mechanism. The other side, you see like the back of the locking mechanism. But you're able to determine that lock is trapped. And it looks like you're able to pick the left side, and then that will still let you through because the doors are like connected together.
Nice. Okay. So I will go ahead and attempt to open the lock then, and this one I get to do.
Okay.
Success.
For them bits, Captain.
Awesome. 43. One success. So yeah, you quickly get to work on the left side of that door, and you hear it unlatch, and you see like the doors like give a little bit and seem to move. So it looks like they were being held together, but you see like that pressure release, and it looks like you're able to move them freely.
Nice. I did a thief thing.
Yay.
Woo!
Mark this in our calendar.
I know. We're gonna have to celebrate this next year.
I've got that one banked reroll recorded unless anyone else is recording that.
I am not. So
Okay, I've got it recorded then.
Okay.
awesome. So I assume we can open the door then.
Yep. So who's going in first?
I can lead the way.
All right.
Either that or I can attempt to sneak ahead if we want.
That might not be a bad idea too, if you want to do that instead.
Yeah. I will do move silently, which you'll have to
Okay.
also roll, Joe.
All right.
45 is the threshold for it. So
Okay.
the thief will usually believe he or she is moving silently regardless of the die roll. So
All right. You are moving silently.
I have moving silently.
So you walk in. So this door opens, and there's this long, kind of narrow hallway that's almost the exact width and height of this door. And it has this slow, kind of gradual decline. It goes down, and it meets another door that looks kind of similar. And as you're walking down, it looks like there's not like a torch or anything on this side of the door, but at the bottom there is a torch, and you see a stool with a man sitting on it. Doesn't seem to be too attentive. It looks like he's leaning with his back into the wall, and he's got his hat down a little bit, or his helmet pushed down. Doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay. Can I like tell if he's like breathing? Is he alive?
Yeah, you're pretty quickly able, just by looking at him for a little bit, tell that like he's not moving much. He seems to be slumped, and then you can see his chest like slowly moving. Looks like he's asleep in the corner.
Boy, I'm half tempted to just go ahead and attack him.
Finish him off before he can do anything.
Since I've already passed my move silently, I should be able to just do it for free. Let me double check. Does double damage. So I get a +4 to do the attack, and it does double damage if it's successful. So
Roll high.
roll high. That's right. We all know I'm really good at that.
Sure, give me that roll.
Let me double check. Where is my... Oh, that's right. I don't have a button to roll my attack, do I? So used to our other systems where they'll have the buttons for it.
Yeah.
+5.
I'm not sure what system I'm going to do after this campaign, because I have like one more arc after this planned for you guys. I think that might be the finale. But
How
we'll
does
see.
that?
I have my vote that I would put out there.
Yeah.
Alien. It's the obvious choice.
No. How dare you?
I don't know if I would like to run an alien game.
It's good. It's better in the short
Yeah.
scenario
I
format.
don't mind playing them. I don't know if I would like to play in one.
Run one. Yeah.
Yeah. But you roll 17, which I'll let you know on your move silently. I got a 45 exactly, so you did pass it. So, yeah, you make it up. Doesn't seem to notice you at all, and you're attacking with a dagger, right?
It's actually a short sword because there's no
Or short sword.
differentiation between the dagger and the short sword for backstab.
Okay, sure. Then you use a short sword. Roll for
I
damage.
can switch that up to a dagger if we feel that'd be more appropriate, but
It doesn't matter.
I know in DCC it matters. We only get backstab damage with garrots and daggers, I think, but
Yeah,
it doesn't say so in this. So
as long as it's not like a battle axe or something, I
No,
think it makes
no.
sense. As long as it's like some weapon that you can finesse in a way, then I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
all right.
So, yeah, give me damage on that.
This is
I'm gonna
probably not going to be enough.
sneakily slip an axe to its
No.
face.
All right.
That's not very much.
It is not very much. So you sneak up next to him, and you slide your sword at his throat, and you do cut into his throat, which immediately makes him wake up, and he grabs his throat. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck!" And he begins to freak out and reach for his weapon. Now I think it's a good time for initiative.
Oh boy. Thief not thiefing so well.
How is initiative in this? Is it just a fucking D6? Or are we rolling
Uh,
D20s plus dexterity?
I think
It's been
just
so long.
D6.
It's been so goddamn long.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Do you get your dexterity on top of
I
it?
think you do.
Yeah, it's dexterity on top.
Oh,
D6 plus
why?
dexterity.
Why? The D6s do not love me.
Yeah.
Ooh, yikes. I'm right there with you, Dan.
Ooh. Okay. And we'll roll his.
Pow, the deuce.
6. Boo. Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Well, you get to go before him. I think Dan still goes first. If no one else is adding anything to their D6s.
Dan dies at the
Mine, if it's
beginning.
dexterity, mine would be a +1. So mine would be a 3.
Okay.
But so yeah, that's not enough to fuck up Dan going first.
Yeah, Dan, you are.
Uh,
It's your turn again.
Just kind of as a fraction, I'll be like, help.
I'm imagining you as Beaker from the Muppets. Just,
I'm picturing
That's
a
our-
Midwestern.
It's our code phrase. Yeah.
Just,
there you
I'm gonna
go.
sneak right by you here. Oh.
Don't you hate it when you try and,
Oh, you weren't supposed to wake up there, bud.
slit some guy's throat and then he wakes up? Oh.
an ope echoes down the hall. You should all know what it means.
Oh no.
I'm from Minnesota. He just woke up.
Oh, God.
I guess I'll just attack him again.
All right, roll it.
Cut the other side of his throat slightly.
Right.
Sorry about that, bud.
Ooh,
All right.
20.
That'll be a hit.
If only I didn't have a negative strength modifier. Oh, there we go. That's a little better.
Five. So, and that is
Dan has
actually enough to
negative
finish him
muscles.
off. Exactly
is enough?
enough. Yeah,
It's
that is exactly enough.
yes. Oh my god.
You go, oh, and then just start wildly flailing in his throat with your dick. Oh my God. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a meth head stabbing somebody for $2 in an
Yeah.
alley.
Dan
I mean,
finishes the job with another
He
stab.
might have
and
$2.
You're a halfling
then
too, aren't you?
collapses.
I am.
So you're a halfling. So I'm imagining you standing on his knees, stabbing him in the throat. Like a large, angry child with a razor
Yeah.
blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just him sitting up gave you like a better angle on his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely it. Just if you weren't
And since you're a halfling and it doesn't matter either way, we should just say that you're carrying a dagger, but to you it's the size of a short sword. It's a long
Yep.
dagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
There is a little bit of an overlap between like short sword and dagger. Some daggers can be pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kills him. So you guys are at another set of these double doors. These ones seem to be a lot less reinforced.
Does this dead dude, does it look like he was in any kind of like uniform or anything?
He's got armor on that kind of resembles what Goth and Sops were wearing, where it's not like super fancy or anything, but it does look a little bit cleaned up. And then you do see the 3 letters CER on his like pauldron.
What's he
There
got
was
on
a
him?
was it this one where they had like a pendant?
We got a note in chat. It sounds like audio is looping.
Oh,
Audio is looping.
hopefully it's not me.
Hello, 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 hello.
Echo.
Hello, 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 hello.
Audio.
hello.
Now it's
Looping.
definitely looping.
Can one of us hear? Because if I listen to it, it'll definitely loop.
Let me.
I don't know how it would. On the levels, it doesn't look like it is.
It's definitely looping somewhere. So I muted my audio and I turned it up and I heard Eddie's da 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 multiple times.
What in the world? I am confusion.
I'm not hearing it. I was listening to it on my phone.
Okay.
And Too Old says it sounds fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I just may have been a dum dum. I didn't mute my Zoom audio, so I was probably actually hearing it twice.
Okay.
Legitimately hearing it twice.
That makes sense.
I would do it.
My brain's
Yeah.
working at full power today.
Now the video isn't synced with the audio. Huh. I don't have like any dropped frames or anything. Saying that I'm. Yeah, it says 0 drop frames, 0%. Been live for 40 minutes. None of my numbers are acting crazy. Yeah, try refreshing your web page. See if that's why your stream's acting a little buggy. But back at it. So you asked what he had on him. He doesn't seem to have much. He has a lawn sword in its sheath still that he wasn't able to get drawn in time. He's got kind of this, not great, but like studded leather equivalent armor. And then he
Is this
has
dude human?
Yes, human. And then he does have a key ring.
Good.
I will take the key ring. Give that to Dan. So, goddamn. Jake, are you human?
Yes.
So you're the one person this costume
The normie.
would fit on.
I could attempt to pass myself off as a CER representative. Covered in blood.
Yeah, shit happens.
I brought a sandwich down. I brought some meatloaf downstairs, and it was just all over the place.
Peanut butter and jelly gone wrong.
Absolutely.
So that means as soon as you go to cast the spell, you'll have huge penalties, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I can't cast wearing armor.
All right, let's just fuck the armor, take the key ring, and move on.
Yeah, I may.
We could just
double-
drop the armor instead.
What do you mean?
Never mind, it's a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
I might search the store for traps again too, real quick. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll for that again.
yep, 40%.
40%. Okay. You do not see any traps.
All right. I'll probably open this. Is it locked? I guess we should ask that first.
Yeah, you try it and it seems to be locked.
Probably just open the same side door as before.
Okay. Yeah, you stick the key in to the left door. Give it a turn. Same deal happens where the two doors seem to kind of relieve pressure on each other, and you're able to open it. Nothing happens.
Hooray! Well, either they weren't trapped or I guessed right.
You'll never know. But so after that, you guys step in to a map.
Oh no!
Wow.
I'm trapped in paper.
I think
Nobody
it's-
said I would have to
I think
read
it's
anything.
This one. I think it's this one. You guys see?
Oh, there we are.
And then overlay. Is that it? Wow, it worked.
Da-na-na-na.
There we go. Oh, but I need to do the. I need to do.
Yep, you're showing too much on the
I
stream,
know.
Joe. We
Now
don't.
the stream knows all the secrets.
That's okay.
Tell us everything we need to know.
There wasn't anything secret on that. I'm glad I was zoomed in though.
Might have actually gotten a peek at the giant dong monster at the end of the dungeon.
Yeah, all 5 of them.
My
Wow.
God.
It's a pack.
Call that a
They call
dong
it the
drop.
They call it a helicopter.
Oh no. Okay. There we go.
Of course, although that monster, it does have its own website. If you all weren't aware of it, it's just simply called meatspin.com.
How long do you last?
Okay.
No.
So,
no.
You, after opening this next door, this purple bar here is my rendition of a set of double doors. It changes from like this nicely kind of bored out stone hallway to what looks like more like a cave system or something. Because you step in, it's a little bit more humid, and all the walls now seem to be kind of natural, and you appear to be in this like underground set of caverns.
Oh. Do we hear anything?
You immediately would hear what sounds like a faint sound of rushing water. That would be apparent, like without even a check.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to listen harder if there's
Sure.
a way to do that. You know, say if there's something coming from one way or another.
Yeah. Give me just a wisdom check.
1 second here, 1 second, because I got a thingy. And I'm not sure who rolls it. I have a
had to
listen
resize
skill,
this.
which is used to listen to a door or for distant sounds in a dungeon.
Oh, okay.
You make this roll also, it turns out.
Cool.
And it's a 46% chance. I'm using my thief skills.
46. Yeah. No, you don't hear anything other than just the water rushing. Like, you might hear a slight draft almost, like seems like the air is not totally stagnant down here. But you do hear mostly like as you enter towards kind of straight ahead and to the right is kind of where you hear the water from the most. It does seem to kind of be reverberating everywhere, every direction, but it seems
As
like it's
cave do.
mostly coming from like if I ping like over
Okay.
here this direction.
Okay. Well, I'll relay that information to the party and then.
That's where the showers are.
And even though it shows there's like a grid on the ground, there is not here. It's just the map.
You mean this sewer cave area doesn't have a nicely neat tiled floor, Joe?
No, it does not. There is tile
What
floor later,
lackluster workmanship this city has.
though. Right?
Yeah, whoever built
Well,
this
you-
cave should be fired.
Yeah. So who's leading the way?
I can try and sneak again if we want, or we can just move as a group at this point, probably.
Which would you prefer, Dan?
How dark is it?
It is pretty dark. There
I-
is a torch. There's like a single spot for a torch on either side of the door, and there wasn't a torch in this like holder on the other side, but there was one on the side with the guard that you killed.
Yeah, because
So,
halflings
almost pitch black.
don't have dark vision. So
Well, why don't you take that torch and why don't we find a quick way to force this door to not open behind us in case, I wouldn't want any unannounced visitors to come and poke us in the butt meat or anything.
Yeah, maybe we pull that dead guy onto this side. I've got pittance.
Okay.
Sure. You do so. You slide him through. You can even relock the door since you have the key, and then jam some pittons in it.
Cool.
So I'll say you're able to do that. Doesn't take too long. And you feel confident that if they probably are not going to be able to come through this door, and if they do, you'll probably hear it. So. And then, is there any particular place that you're putting this body on the other side, or are you just leaving it like right by the door? Or
I mean, if there's like a kind
Here,
of a,
guard this.
if there's like a recess we can jam him into, maybe.
sure. As you start wandering around, you see there are like it's a pretty uneven cave wall, so there's even like sections where it kind of like rolls into like there's more of like a gap between the ground and the wall there. So
Stuff
you
him in
probably-
one of them.
Yeah, you'd stuff them in pretty much any part along the wall there. It'd be pretty hard to see him, especially with like the way that, unless you have low light vision, it's pretty hard to discern much detail with like torchlight in such a like, chaotic scene. So, yeah, you stuff them under there. And I'll start revealing areas as you guys walk around. But I don't really see a whole lot there. You just hear this rushing water.
Okay. Well,
We got to pick a direction.
I mean, do we do the usual?
Left,
showers.
so down. Yeah, I can lead the way with a 10-foot pole. All right. Start going down.
Yep. And I'll be, I guess, coming up behind you with the torch.
Be following in the back like a coward.
Okay.
Coward with big ears.
I don't know about you all, but the map is not revealing itself to me. So.
Joe's got to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Go. So as you step into there, this is what you
Wow.
see.
Shit.
Is that a spider we see? over
That
there?
is a giant spider. You see to your left.
Is it a giant spider that sees us over here?
Yes, but it doesn't seem to be immediately attacking you.
we are not in its web. We are not food right now.
Well, let's just ignore that thing then.
Mm-hmm.
Keep heading down.
One thing you notice too, now that you've stepped into kind of this area, you see there are these large holes that have been burrowed into the ground.
I
They
don't
don't
like the sound of
seem
that.
evil. They don't seem really like easily traversable because a lot of the material that's been displaced for the tunnel is still in it. So it looks like whatever's crawling through it's not, like throwing out much of that material. It's kind of pushing it past itself. But you do see it does appear like something's been burrowing through here. And you'd guess it's some form of creature since these holes do not look really usable.
Okay.
We don't get too close to them.
Yeah. All right. I'll keep moving down.
Okay.
Tread
As you
softly.
walk past, this spider slinks back up, and you see like along the ceiling there's a bunch of webs. And
Oh, no. Can I like do a quick check up?
Yep. You look up. You see there are pockets in there's because the ceiling's kind of got all those stalactites. It looks like a lot of them have been manually cleared out or like broken because you see a lot of like shears in them. So it looks like someone might have come through and broken off a lot of them as they were, trying to use this cave. But in some of the pockets where the stalactites are still there, you see like big pockets and big sections where there's just webs and things, and see the occasional just like large clump of something in them, but you can't really tell what it is.
we try to stick to the cleared out sections if we can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. When we get down to this lower wall, is there anything off towards the, what would that'd be the left in
Yeah.
the still darkened area?
So reveal here. This is what
Oh.
you see.
Well, I see some kind of opening down there. Let's go take a fucking look. Carefully moving ahead with my 10-foot pole.
Okay. So as you're tapping along with your 10-foot pole, you get a lot of resistance right when you. Oh, darn it!
Do we need to
Opening
rewind a
windows
second?
over you guys. So as you're tapping along, it's right when you tap like. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. It's right when you tap like this area as you're moving up that your pole kind of gets stuck, and as you're trying to move it, you notice it's moving through like web or something because you're collecting it on the edge. And you almost feel like vibrations or something through your pole after you hit it into this.
Shit. Something's coming for us. Probably a big ass spider.
Should I just go ahead and light this web on fire then?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, if he's in like a cluster of web up here, maybe I'll just go ahead and stick my torch in there and
Okay.
say, "Fuck you, spider."
Sure. Yeah, you walk up and have your torch out, wave it, and you, as you're like approaching that area, there's kind of like tufts of fire that seem to be shooting off of it. It looks like this web is really fine and it's almost hard to see. But as you're getting closer to where his 10-foot pole is at, it starts to make more contact, and then a constant burn starts, and you just see this rush of fire shoot into the darkness, and it illuminates down this hallway a bit. And you hear the screech as what you
A million
see.
spiders die in the darkness.
Yeah.
All the spiders.
See a spider here kind of writhe up and flip over as it gets covered in flame.
Nice.
Dead.
Hell yeah.
Dead. 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 Dead symbol. Dead. There you go.
There you go. Well,
Wow.
We got
Yeah.
one.
we got one. Okay. What do I see?
Before we continue on any further, you might want to have this here potion of growth. It'll double your size, octuple your weight, but it'll give you a massive amount of strength for a short amount of time, just in
That's-
case you get beset
it's
upon
stuck.
by spiders.
Okay, I'll take that and I'll tuck it in my pocket.
Okay.
Might also be good for tearing down spider webs, just in case.
Yeah. All right. So what do we see down this hallway?
So, as you look down this hallway, it looks to be like the stonework changes a little bit, and you see kind of more. Let me just switch to this tool because it's easier. So you see, there's like a bunch of rubble. It's kind of been pushed away. It looks almost as if they were trying to like hide this entrance at one point, but it seems to have been cleared away. It looks like you could kind of see how it was like stacked up at one point, that it was supposed to look like a false wall, but they seem to have cleared it so that they could walk through. But you see this more refined stonework, straight edges, smooth walls, and it does switch to a tiled floor.
see.
And the stonework changes too. It's not even just like refined stone that's there already. It's like this. It's got this kind of white chalky look to it.
Like, is it like the material does like come off on touch, or is it just
Yeah, you like run your thumb on it, and you get a bit of like if you've ever touched like an aspen tree, there's like that slight powder kind of feeling to it. It feels almost exactly like that.
huh?
And you don't see like a mark on where your hand went across the stone. You maybe if you like went at it for a while, but just like doing a quick like pat with your hand, it doesn't seem to have displaced enough off of the side of the wall. But you
Does our
have this
dwarf
weird
know
look.
what this is?
Yeah. Do I recognize any kind of stonework or stone properties like this with my
That's a
dwarven?
D6 check for me, right?
Yeah. Should be a 1 to 2 on a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. With that one, so you recognize it's stone, and after kind of thinking about it for a little bit, this powdery stuff that's on the stone doesn't seem to be, or it seems to be deliberate. Like this isn't a type of stone that just kind of is this way naturally, and it's not even like that powder that's on it isn't just powder of that stone. It seems to be something that they've put on it. But you do know that this particular stone is very, very dense and very difficult to dig through. So it's particularly difficult to
Safe
like
room, a panic room.
to, yeah, a little bit like it's a type of stone that it's like it would take a significantly long time to dig through with like a pickaxe or something, and usually creatures that burrow can't go through it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, do we want to move down that hallway or do we want to finish exploring this open cavern area just to make sure we're not missing anything?
Probably wouldn't hurt to do just a little more here, but I'm also still concerned about that powder. I feel like there's got to be some meaning behind that, and I don't know what it is.
Well, what about you, Wizard? Any idea on this shit?
I'll take a look at it.
Sure. Give
What
me
would I be able
a,
to ascertain? Yeah, what kind of
me
check would
like
I have?
intelligence,
Now, would that be a D6
unless you
or a
have
D20?
something. D20, and unless you have
Okay.
like some sort of like arcane or alchemy test specific.
No, I mean I'm just be rolling as a wizard here.
Okay.
Oof. Nope.
With a 9, yeah, you're not too sure. You think it's probably something alchemy related, but you're not sure what. You don't know what this powder would be used for. You think it's harmless. You can almost confidently state that it's harmless, but you don't know why it's there.
Just out of a whim, if I touch my torch up to it, it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't seem to do anything, no.
Okay, like maybe I'll
Uh,
see if I can
yeah.
taste it a little bit.
I'll back away as he does so.
So you go to taste it, and it tastes very. I don't know a good way to explain it. You guys always taste things that I have to think of.
Are there any buckets of puke around by any chance?
I know.
This tastes like your mother, Trebek.
It tastes very like
She
plain.
told
Like
me
you don't
that
get
steak.
a really a flavor or anything out of it. It doesn't seem to react at all with your saliva.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm not smart enough to figure this out, so
Let's keep exploring this area. And then once we feel
it almost tastes like you just licked flour. I guess that'd be like it's like powdery and kind of chalky. Just like
we've just stumbled across the baking guild.
Well, either that or a flash explosion sort of setup. Powder flies up in the air, big explosion. Not that my characters would know how that works. Powder gets stuck on the walls.
Yeah, you're not sure.
You know what we could do? Could grab that spider corpse over there and just fucking chuck the thing down this hallway.
Yeah, we're good at that.
Mhm.
That's free.
Yeah, I mean, it's dead. You're able to grab it. Its limbs kind of crack off as you're doing that, but the torso and main body of it is definitely solid.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah,
Toss
give
it on in.
Let's give it the
Grab
best yeet that we can do.
chuck it down the hallway. It tumbles a bit and breaks apart. Nothing seems to happen though. It lands probably like down here.
Okay. Well,
I
we can
really-
finish
really
exploring
love
and then go check it again.
Yeah, maybe collect some more spider corpses.
Maybe we didn't hit the right thing.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to go up where we saw the water up on the top right? Or check out this area over here?
We're right by this, so I'd be tempted to just keep on this way.
Okay. Y'all still want me leading the way or someone else want to take the reins?
Eh,
Okay. I'll keep at it. I head this direction with my 10-foot pole.
Okay. All right. Let's do. Big old reveal area. I can figure out where. Okay. You have to like click on the exact place that you started the reveal.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. So you wander off to the side here, which I guess would be like the left, or if you were coming out of there, it'd be the right. But you head to your left. You see that all these kind of tunnels kind of connect to each other. It's like this weird little maze. Most of it looks like it formed naturally. Some of them look like they've been sheared a little bit to open up the passage a little bit, so it's less narrow. But for the most part, where you're at, it looks like it's mostly natural just caves.
Okay. I mean, do we want to just kind of follow along and check each little piece out, or?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, which way do you guys want to go?
I guess down first, see if this little thing goes anywhere.
Okay. Um,
Check this little diggling cave. Oh, it does.
So, as you start feeling around with your 10-foot pole there, Chuck, I'm assuming you're just like moving up and using it to feel in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So it's when you get to about here, your pole starts feeling resistance, kind of similar to when it hit that web before.
Torch time.
Yeah, you want to hit it with your torch?
Yeah, I'll come up and I'll. Zip.
Okay. So you put your torch on it here, and it does a whoosh, and similar thing, like this flame kind of carries out into the darkness, but this time it goes up, and then it starts going back above you
Oh no.
as two spiders descend down above.
Well, that's fucked up.
They better take falling damage. Oh no, they're smart enough to be on the walls, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they were kind of like along the ceiling, and then they drop out of the fire, so it doesn't hurt them too bad.
Oh. Goodbye, cruel world.
That's kind of where they fall. I'll put it like this, just so it's easier to see. And then we'll keep just because it's easy. We'll keep initiative. Stan, you go first.
Okie dokie. I assume that this is a spider that's in front of Torg and I.
Yes. Yep.
Stabby stab, I do suppose.
All right.
Ooh, 14 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably say I think that's a 13. So does a 13 still hit?
Yes. 13 still
Okay.
hits.
Good. I forgot the -1 for my attack bonus. So
5
Five.
damage. It's still alive, but it looks like that did a good chunk of damage to it. You lob one of its limbs off, and it recoils back and sputters at you.
get out of here, spider.
After Dan, I believe it goes to Chuck. I think you had the next highest.
Okay. The spider right in front of me
To
here.
this one.
I'm going to swing at it with my longsword. That is
Yep.
21 to hit and 6 points of
Definitely
damage.
hits. And you kill it. You just bisect it down the middle.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Now it's the other spider's turn. As it is going to take a bite at either. Looks like Eddie's closest to it.
No, I'm not.
Which
Which is
Uh,
why I stood
Stealthy
right
lion.
behind him.
Plans come together.
So,
I stand in front of him with my axe held out. Get behind me, I'll protect you, boy.
he's going to
As
hit.
you just hear footsteps going back at him.
I'm running away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 3 damage.
You got through my armor?
Yep. It rolled a 16. So, it has.
That doesn't get past my AC.
Well, no, it's a natural 16 is what it rolls. It has pluses
Oh,
past that.
never mind.
Yeah.
You're a cheat. I see.
Oh,
You stupid
It has
cheating
numbers.
spider.
It has math.
Math is the real enemy.
My
But
God.
only 3 damage.
Okay. This is no
As
longer
one of its
fun.
veins seems to find its way around. All right.
Oh, my nipple!
it always goes for the nipple.
Always the nipple.
From there, it is Jake.
Oh boy.
Who's bravely run away. Bravely run away. Sir Robin, Sir Robin.
I think I will take a 5-foot step to my left to make damn good and sure Eddie's between me and the spider. And I will end my turn there.
All right.
So I reposition as I'm struggling with this thing, and you're just kind of dancing behind me, making sure you
Like,
and keep
no.
away.
Yeah.
Eddie.
All
Your
right.
turn.
Let's get an attack on this thing.
Okay.
18 to
Oh.
hit.
18. Yep, you definitely hit.
$7
damage.
Which is exactly how much health it has.
Oh, nice.
Just bury it in its head.
Yep. You
Well,
bonk it, it dies.
we got 2 more spider corpses to toss down that hallway.
Sure
That
do.
you do.
But
Okay.
yeah, for now, I guess see if this down here is an actual dead end or not.
I'm just going to move these over here.
All right.
In case
This
we need
one's
them for
down
fun
here.
times.
Yeah. What's down in this covey down here?
So, down here, you see... So you see kind of more collapsed rock. It's not completely blocking your path, but you kind of have to sift through it. As you dig through, you see
A pile of magical weapons and equipment.
Yeah.
That's what the cave's made out of.
And healing
Magical
potions.
items.
this.
Hmm.
Okay, that's something.
Yes.
All right. So you sift through. Did you move through that? So you're like on the other side of it now, or
No,
you just wanted to
if
see?
I was just saying, if it looks secure, I'll kind of poke around things with my stick and shift on through.
Okay. Yep. You poke on through. Looks like that fire that you lit kind of cleared the webs in these areas too. You see little scorch marks and things, and a few bits of threads of that are still burning. That appears to be just more of the cave. You do see another one of those big like burrow tunnels.
Do we get any more reveal in here, or is that
In here, you see more just like collapsed rubble, kind of
Okay,
like what you
sweet.
just cleared here.
so?
Okay.
If we dug at this, would there be something on the other side, or
You can dig at it. So
You want to
start
do digging? Yeah.
I'll probably just take my 10-foot pole also and just kind of use it to kind of pry rocks aside and stuff.
So as you start digging, actually, I don't know if I want to reveal it like that. Change that. Let's reveal this much instead. So you start clearing this away, and you're like pulling a rock out of place. And as you reach for another rock, a rock gets put in front of your hand. And it looks like rocks keep getting added to the pile as you're trying to pull away from it.
Hello?
Oh, you're muted there, Chuck.
Oh, I just said that's fucked up.
But yeah, you're trying to clear this, and then you swear like you had already pulled a rock from here, but you see like another one sitting in its place.
Do I see what's putting the rock there, or
Sure, yeah, you watch for a little bit, and now you're kind of looking for that, and you see this like very gaunt hand place a rock every so often, where Chuck's trying to place it.
Poke him in the eye with the stick.
okay? Well, maybe we can get through to whoever. Maybe it's one of the captured people over here or something. You know, we'll whisper. I'll whisper over. Hello.
So you whisper, and as Chuck's like kind of clearing, you see the hand like reach up and place a rock. Right as you whisper hello, it stops for a little bit, and it lets go, and you see just two beady eyes kind of reflecting back in your torchlight. It's like, who are you guys?
Strangers from the
Don't
outside.
come through here. There's spiders over there.
Yeah, we killed them.
There's
Some
a
of them.
lot of spiders.
Okay, well, we killed some of them.
This is my barrier for the spiders.
We killed the spiders, but there's a lot of them. Well, we killed some of the spiders.
Who
I
the
promise
fuck
to
are
not
you?
Kill all the spiders. I'm. My name's written down on the sheet of paper. I'm Filmer.
I'm. Hold on, I gotta check my sheet. My name is.
I'm Filmer.
Are you with the CER
My brother is. Yeah.
in a good way or a bad way?
good way. He does well. It's a good way, I suppose.
Okay. Are you helping them?
Yeah, I place all the rocks.
Place all the rocks.
Keeps the
Gotcha.
spiders out.
We're looking for a guy named Jeremy. Do you know him?
There's a lot of people down here that come in and out. I don't usually get to talk to them. He tells me not to.
Can you tell us how to get to where they're at?
Well, there's rocks in the way.
Yeah.
Can we move those rocks?
But if you move the rocks, the spiders come in. And that's my job. I have to put the rocks here so the spiders don't come through.
Can you
What if-
show us where those rocks are at least?
Well, there's rocks here.
No, the rocks that are blocking the way to where those people are at.
I think it's these rocks right here.
Well, there's these rocks here. And then there's rocks at the bigger part of the tunnel. And then there's rocks in the room that got destroyed. And then there's rocks on the other side of the pond.
What if we all helped you move these rocks so we can come through and then put them back?
I'm not supposed to talk to people. But he would know if I got done too fast.
When does it come back?
I don't know. He should have been back already, but I don't know where he is.
Might be talking about the guard.
Why are you guys out there?
We got lost.
We're looking for Jeremy.
You shouldn't be out on that side. You guys are supposed to be on the inside or not in here at all. You don't go in the caves. That's where the spiders are.
Well, cool. Can we come through here?
No, I'm putting rocks here. You have to.
Well,
go
how do we get
around.
to where you are?
And so he as you've been talking to him, he's kind of moving in a little bit, and you can tell he's extremely pale, extremely gaunt, and he's just got like this really ragged, tunic on, and he kind of sits down. And he's like, "Well, if you just go around to the left, there's like the main entrance, and I already put my rocks there. But I suppose if you put them back, then it'll be okay." But I have to
we
keep
just
these
do-
ones here.
Okay. Nothing's gonna like go boom
He
on
likes-
us when we go through the main corridor.
Nothing in the main corridor goes boom.
Does it go anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had any cool spider traps.
Why do you think it goes boom? He
Because
keeps
I thought
pressing-
maybe you'd had cool spider traps at a place like this.
No, just these rocks.
Okay.
And
All
it
right.
starts stacking up. You're like
I'm a little
slowly
disappointed.
losing sight of him.
All right. You
You
wait
just
there.
see his eyes. He's like, "All right, don't get eaten by the spiders." He continues to pile the rocks up.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's go through the main entrance. We'll put the rocks back.
And as you guys start walking away and the last few rocks are piled back up, you hear these really what sounds like bare feet on stone just scurry away. Yeah, it sounds like he's leaving that room.
All right. Now we just go through here instead. Do you want to do
Yeah.
that?
Do what?
Do we just want to go through here instead since he left?
If you sure.
If it's the last place he's done, then it's probably going to be the last place he gets around to again.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just start tearing the rocks down here and we'll go on in.
Okay. So you pull down the rocks and you step in. You see this long room. And these all look to be like tiny makeshift cots. They don't seem to be, they're pretty close to your size as a halfling there. But they seem much too small for like a normal human.
Well, I think we found the orphanage.
Could be. Do we want to leave the rocks down so spiders can come pouring in after us, or do we want to put them back up?
Let's put them back up
Okay.
just in case it
There's
is an
like a-
actual orphanage.
Yeah, can't let the spiders have all the fun.
Right? That's our job.
Start putting the rocks
Okay.
back into place.
So you guys pile the rocks back up top. And blocks. Yeah, it looks as it did before you came in.
Nice.
All right. Let me move the map a little bit. Okay, so the other thing that you see are these two large stone doors.
Any sign of which one he went through?
You look really close, and it looks like he probably went through. Why is it not showing? Looks like he probably went through the farther away pair of doors here. Since these ones, you can see there's like rocks and dust and kind of debris that's piled up against this pair of doors on these side. So you imagine that he probably didn't go through here. And then you can see kind of like the arc of the door in the dirt on this pair.
Well, let's go through that one. What do you think? Or do you want to go through the one that hasn't been opened in a while?
I wonder if that's just more spider blocking.
Okay. You want to check this door out just in case?
Yeah, I can do a quick check on it for trips.
Okay. Is it a 45?
40.
40. Okay. You don't see any traps.
Okay. Then we'll open it up
Okay. So you
Gently.
open
gently.
and you see this.
Now, is this internal section lit any better, or
You see there are. It's lit a little bit better. It's kind of like dim light. There's all of these sort of like little spots that protrude from the wall a little bit. And these kind of block some of the torchlight. So it looks like there's torches on the interior of every so often of those like little juts of the wall. So the torchlight kind of comes out at an angle. You can see that there's probably one like on that side of the. That's a terrible color to see. So you can see there's like torchlight kind of like coming off at an angle from some of these little cutaways there. These little divots.
okay?
So there, it's dim light.
Okay. Shall we peek in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys walk in there.
So I'm going to guess this top part, we'll see a pile of rocks up there. Oh, there's no rocks.
Oh,
Well, looks like we got a door. What is that? Is that a door?
And you guys see.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so you see a set of doors here that seem to be slightly ajar. Not at that angle that it shows in the drawing, but they're just like barely open.
Okay.
You want to go take a peek at that?
Yeah, maybe I'll move up and give it a listen.
Okay. You give it a listen. You hear what sounds like snoring and breathing from several different people.
Okay. So I'll just kind of come on back here and be like, somebody's sleeping. Could be guards, could be slaves. Don't know.
So you want to sneak in there and take a peek?
If we think we can get that door open, sure. Yeah, maybe I'll take a, try and take a gander. But if I don't do good, then I'd prefer we're ready for whatever trouble comes of it.
All right. So you you go up to this doorway here, and you take a peek in.
And if it helps to move silently first, I will.
Probably should. Yes. What's your check for that?
45.
All right. So, as you walk up to this door, you go to peek in, and you open it. There's a rather loud creak as you like push this door to the side. Just like,
Everything's
they sleep.
oh
Maybe they sleep through that all the time.
oh.
they're not all awake, standing there on their beds with swords drawn, but you see this many people. That's just the tokens.
That's a lot.
Is it possible to get an idea of how dressed they might be?
They all seem to be asleep, but a few of them. It's very dim light in here as well. So you open it up and you see like there's a few people that start like kind of tilting their head towards the door, and you hear like a rough voice yell, just like quiet.
All right, I won't do a thing for a minute or so.
Okay.
See if that settles back down.
Uh,
I'm just trying to
Alright.
get an idea if they look like they're guards or if they look like they're workers,
It's pretty hard to tell,
Yeah.
just without a quick glance. But if you want to give me like intelligence or wisdom
Sure,
test.
I will. Uh, let's do wisdom because I don't have a negative modifier. Eh,
8. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it's pretty dim light, and most of them have like the blanket over their head or something like that. Like you can't really get a good look at them. But the few that you can see by the door, these are bigger beds, and you do see like a few bags at the ends of some of these beds that seem to have like armor and weapons and swords and loot. Like you can see kind of just general equipment of that sort
okay.
at the end of most of these beds, and that's pretty readily visible.
All right, let's step on back away from there for a second.
Okay. You do
You're
so.
not going to take their stuff?
I don't know
He's
that
right there.
There's a lot of them in there.
yeah. Could you tell are they who we're looking for?
I mean, they look like they're probably guards since they have armor, so they're probably not who we're looking for.
I would say let's close this door and just put a piton in it to hold it shut, but there is another door on the far side.
Yeah, and I'm worried that shutting this door will wake them up.
Wizard, you got anything for this?
Well, no. But No. I could hit them with a stink bomb.
I don't think
That's
that's gonna help. Be funny.
It would be hilarious, but also deadly.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we just start further away from them and just hope that we don't incite their rage.
I like that
yeah.
idea.
We probably don't have any thin cord or anything like that, do we?
I've got lots of rope, and I've got
I too have rope.
Lots of pittons still.
I was thinking maybe we put a trip line.
Oh, just like outside of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, not not enough. It wouldn't do anything except for slow them down.
Yeah, we could get a good goof out of somebody behind us maybe as they hit the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably would give you a little bit of time to react at least if you heard someone trip over a tripwire.
Yeah, let's take
All
a
right.
few minutes and string up a
Yeah.
little bit of rope.
You're able to do that pretty easily. And you can tell too. So as you start fastening this tripwire, it almost seems like these little divots that stick out of the wall. It looks like they're made to slide like partitions in them or something. So it's pretty easy to get your tripwire attached to it. But it looks
Okay.
like there's some sort of thing that could be slid into these. Like
Oh.
maybe if they wanted to change like the layout or drop like a temporary fortification or something in it.
Does there appear to be something like that, like here already, that could be like lowered from above or something like that?
So you look for a little bit, and it doesn't look like there's anything that's like in place that you just like hit a button or a lever or something and it falls down. But you do see kind of like scrape marks along the top. So there's like this kind of opening at the top, and then there's a bit of space above it. And you can see there's like scrapings in the stone above it and kind of like an arc. So it looks like they dropped something and slide it into these.
Huh. But it's whatever it is isn't here right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it's worth checking.
And then you do see there are like occasional hooks up in the ceiling that seem to like probably be to put. You see, there's like one above each of these, so it looks like they probably put like a pulley system or something on it temporarily.
Mm.
Well, these guys have done some thinking.
Yeah. So with that in place, do we want to maybe check out the door straight down from us, that double door down there?
Yeah, I'm interested in either the big double door or the small double door. Either one is fine for me.
All right.
Preference from anyone else?
Nope.
Let's go with the big one then.
Go big
double
or go
doors.
dead.
Okay.
I'll move down there with my 10-foot pole just in case.
Yeah, I'll wait for your token to be ahead of mine, just for technicality's sake.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move down there. When you move down, are you? So what are you doing? Like once you approach the store, it seems to be shut. You don't really hear anything.
Let our thief do his job.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna come up here and probably make you do a whole bunch of rolls.
All right. We'll do the. Are you gonna check for traps then first?
I think before I check for traps, just in case I fudge up checking for traps real bad, I'll listen first.
Okay.
Just
Sure.
to see if
Do you
there's
have a
anything-
check for listening?
Yep.
was
That
it?
was the one that we did earlier. It's like a 40. No, I'm gonna check.
45.
Listen.
Or
46.
45 is your move silently. 46. Okay. You put your ear to it. You don't hear anything in particular. Just seems quiet on the other side.
That's fine. So I'll go ahead and check for traps first.
Okay. You check for traps. You feel pretty confident there's no traps.
Okay. Are there locks on these doors, or are they just stone, just heavy doors?
It just seems to be like heavy doors. You see there are some sort of like mechanisms to like lock them in place, but they're kind of like pegs that can be placed in the top or the bottom, but those don't seem to be there. But you can
Okay.
see like there's like divots in the ground that it looks like a peg would fit into, but they're empty.
Okay. While I'm at it, no, do I not have any? All right. I was gonna see if I had any flasks of oil, but I do. Okay. I wasn't sure if oil would be something I could use to kind of maybe lubricate the door a bit or not to keep it quieter.
Yeah, if you have like if you have some oil and then maybe like a spare cloth or something, you can like kind of pat it and put it over the hinges. Sure, I'll say that gives you an edge there on opening these doors quietly.
Yeah. So we'll do that and try to very gently muscle these doors open.
Okay.
So what's the plan? Am I opening this up?
I think we're opening it up, preparing for danger.
All right.
I'll open the door.
For the imminent fucking.
Okay. So you open the door, and as you do, you see darn rooms that aren't squares.
Yeah, them fucking rooms.
Almost
Wow.
as bad as rectangles. Well, it's like a smithy.
Yeah.
So you see what looks to be a little smithy. And don't see anybody in the bed.
Okay. Anything cool in here, like works in progress, finished stuff?
There does appear to be like a small pile of discarded and like just kind of scrap metal that either got like cut off or broken off at some part of the forging process. So you see like tons and tons of just little splintered bits of scrap metal everywhere. And you do see a longsword kind of resting against one of these barrels.
Anything special about it, or just a regular longsword?
Nope, just looks like a regular longsword. It's a particularly like clean longsword. It looks like it's freshly forged. But yeah, or it's clean as in it has like a fine edge. It looks like it hasn't been really like polished up or anything, but it looks like it's been made recently.
Okay, so they're making weapons for
Yeah.
sure.
That's not great.
Yeah, I can't use a longsword myself. I'd probably
I've-
murder myself.
Already got one. So, is the bed look like it's been recently slept in?
It does. There's no like dust or debris on it or anything. It looks like it's being maintained.
This might be silly, but maybe I'll go over there and we'll, check through the pillow, check the mattress, et cetera, in case there's
Check under the bed.
check under the bed, in
Sure.
case there's any cool tidbits hidden away somewhere.
Yeah, you rifle through it for a little bit. You do find a little coin purse that looks like it's been stashed.
Yeah.
And it has 25 gold in it.
Ooh. It's rich.
gets paid to make swords.
He does.
Okay.
It looks like he was trying to hide it, but there's not really much you can. It's not really a way to hide it well in a mattress. It was just kind of wedged between the mattress and the frame.
Okay.
All right.
Well, door to the side here.
Yeah, suppose so.
I'll let you do your thing.
Now is this cracked open? Is that what?
Yes, it is cracked open slightly.
Okay, I'll move silently to the door then.
Okay.
And then try and see what there is to see or hear on the other side.
So you come up to this door, and you hear what sounds kind of like whimpering, like really soft whimpering of a person.
If I kind of move from side to side a little bit, can I, so I can get a different vantage point through the crack in the door? Can I see anybody in there? Or?
Yes. So you look through. You see what looks to be like parts of a torture chamber of sorts.
Ooh.
And right here was a token of a person, but I deleted it instead of showed it.
They're dead.
Let me get that back. I don't know. Let's just do. Let's do. This guy. He's just sleeping.
Comfy on his torture
Comfortably
bed.
sleeping in his sleeping bag on a torture chamber. Yeah, so he appears to be on one of those stretching machines where it's got your arms and legs cuffed, and then they
Really
just
good
crank
for your
it.
back.
Yeah, yeah, the medieval chiropractic. So yeah, he appears to be kind of whimpering softly on it. It doesn't look like he can see you. His head doesn't appear to be able to tilt back to look in your direction. But it sounds like his whimpering picked up as you approach the door.
Okay. Do you want to oil this door up and then try to crack it open a little further? Or I could maybe try and slip through it. I don't know if it's cracked open or how much it's cracked open.
You would have to move it to try and go through it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's oil it up then.
All right, you do so.
Open sesame seed oil.
There we go. So you open up. You see this man laying here on the torture chamber. You see there's a bunch of other torture devices in this room. There's manacles and things along the wall. There's the Iron Maiden here where doesn't appear that anybody's in it, but there is some pretty fresh blood on the ground around it.
Oh, good. I guess I'll walk up behind him and just be like, shh. Who are you?
So you say shh to them, and they kind of whimper and look up at you, and then they have almost this 1,000-yard stare going on, and they seem to be very dehydrated and things. But they look at you for a second, and they just start saying, "Help!" He doesn't respond to any doesn't say his name.
Maybe I'll slip him a little bit of water real quick, and
Which he quickly drinks. And like as he kind of moves to get it, like you can see him kind of wince in pain. He's very
I'll kind
uncomfortable.
of like give it to him.
Yeah, but just like him moving to drink, he's in pain. He just like starts looking around his hands and is like, he's like, help, get me out of here.
Who are you?
I'm Gregor. Just let me out of here.
Do you know Jeremy?
Who are you? I don't. Jeremy. Is he one of the CER? I don't know them.
No. Oh, he's probably like you. He's probably like you.
Oh, I hope he's not like me.
Maybe we can work on undoing him here a little bit.
All right. Give me a. So I'm assuming your character doesn't have much of a background in torture.
No, I was gonna maybe just see about undoing the cuffs, like the pick,
Right.
pick lock on the cuffs or something.
Start
Instead
pulling
of
random
trying-
levers. Does this open it? No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather
that's,
than trying to like operate the torture device, just see if I can, release him from the bindings instead.
Well, unfortunately, doesn't look like there's a very obvious way to do that.
Oh,
So we're gonna have you do a check here, or whoever would like to.
poor Gregor. He'll die if it's up to me.
And then this will be a intelligence test.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not me.
You got it.
Perhaps someone more intelligent should look at this. And if no
I,
one's
being an educated man, will attempt to figure out this contraption.
take a look at this Rube Goldberg machine of
Oh
torture.
boy, I think I know how this thing works.
All right. So, you've never been a torturer, probably not even in a past life, but you feel like you think there might be a way you can get him out of this. There's like a handful of levers and things in this crank. You see, there's kind of like this crank wheel with a pulley on it, and there's like this lever on that, and that seems to be what would release his hand. Or at least would release the lever holding his hand.
I'll try and pull it.
It's gonna release his hand from his body.
So, Jake, you pull this lever. And what this lever was doing was stopping the crank that was holding a weight that was being used to, like, stretch him. So you pull this lever, and instantly, like, it starts spinning, and you see this weight at the end of the table drop, and his arms go, and you hear this pop as both of his shoulders get dislocated, and he starts screaming.
Well, time to go.
I will knock him out.
Okay.
You want to roll for that?
Yep.
All
Just give me
right.
an attack check just to see if you, like, hit him.
Let's do my sword.
Give him
10 to hit.
give him a good
Yeah, you
bonk.
hit him. Yep.
Yeah.
He's not moving. Too easy. So he starts screaming. You just pommel him.
Yeah.
And he's out.
Which way do we want to move quickly?
Keep going deeper, maybe.
This way?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's a door here. I forgot to reveal it.
Okay. I'll do a real quick check on it.
All right. Real quick check. You said like a trap check.
Yep.
What was your check for traps?
40, I believe. Let me double check.
You do not see a trap.
Yep, 40. All right. Let's oil it up and open this door and then probably shut it behind us.
So, as you begin to push this door open, you feel some resistance at first. And similar to the sound that you just heard of a weight on a flywheel on a pulley,
Oh, it's trapped after all.
you hear that above your head. I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity. Or this would be a save against...
Yeah.
Dragon breath, isn't it?
Or
Or death ray?
Death ray, probably.
Dragon breath.
Oh, no. Well,
So this is
Woof.
a like powder-like just sheet.
I may use that reroll that we have.
Yeah, we do have one banked.
And Eddie, I'll need you to make that as well.
Which roll is this?
Against Death Ray. Or not Death Ray, Dragon Breath.
Well, I got closer, but not closer enough.
As
Clooney meets his end.
let's move this to the back. There we go. Success. So, Eddie, you're able to jump back out of the way, where Clooney is not so fortunate as this powder drops from the ceiling. It's like this green, almost liquid, but it's kind of like all these little pellets of it. And as it makes contact with your skin, it starts burning.
Thanks for them bits, Captain. That's another banked reroll.
A solid 5 damage.
Ouch. That's a lot for me. So
And then it sizzles away.
I'm almost.
But the door
down
is
a
open.
third. Yay!
We probably don't have any healing, do we?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, 200 bits. I don't remember what that does.
I don't either.
Do we have a command for that?
Yeah.
What's this table in the torture room here? To the north of the torture rack.
Oh, Dan, you get healed a hit die.
Which one? This one?
Oh, good.
Oh no, that's a
Thanks,
a well
Captain.
with a lever.
Appreciate
Never
it.
mind.
Let's see if I.
Which thing were you pointing at?
This thing here. Damn it. Make the boopy doo. Come on. The thing
You
with the
have
lever. Rack.
this?
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yeah.
So that appears to be where a bonfire would be lit and someone would be like tied to a pole.
I
and-
see.
yeah.
A spit roast. Not the fun kind. You're welcome, Joe.
Yes, not the fun kind. Only fun for one party involved.
Hey, I enjoy grilling, but I imagine my food doesn't enjoy being grilled. So this
Yeah.
checks out.
All right. Well, now that you two have gotten the trap out of the way, shall we continue?
Yep. Maybe we'll. pull
Should
it
we
shut
do
behind.
anything about Gregor here?
He's untied, isn't he? Or no?
No.
Nope.
He's still all up in it. His arms are just dislocated.
Well, his
Yep.
arms are dislocated and the weight is still yanking on them.
It appeared to have just dropped all the way, so it's not like continuing to stretch them.
Okay.
What's connecting the weights to his wrist? Is it chain or rope?
There's like these manacles that are metal that are like attached to the table in some way on these like spinning wooden and metal things. There's like a rope with pulleys and weights. That's not in a super obvious mechanism without like really looking at it. But you imagine there's like some way to get those manacles open, or at least
We do have a
the
ring of
parts that he's
keys.
removed.
Maybe we should see if we got keys for this.
Oh, it didn't seem like there was locks on them because
Is it old
Yeah, 'cause
school
you-
manacles which are forged shut?
Yeah, he's because Dan tried to look for like a keyhole already, and he didn't see one. Didn't see a way to open it with a lockpick.
Well, I have no idea what to do
It's
for
like-
him. Like,
There's basically like the manacle is like on his wrist, and then there's like this lip of it that sticks off that's in the machine somehow. So there's some way to like remove part of that machine to get that out. The part of it that like spins and pulls on him looks like that lip there. So there's some release that will let that pop off, but Jake 6, he didn't determine what that was. Instead, he found the release for the weight.
yeah.
I don't know. Come back for him, maybe. I ain't got shit for him. Like, if we either smash this machine and wake all them guards up, or we cut his arms off at the shoulder since the bone's already out of the way.
Well,
I
once he
don't-
wakes up from being knocked out, he's just going to go back to screaming, and then that could wake the guards up too.
So we gag him and move on. We don't have time for this.
Yeah, let's gag him.
Yeah, I mean, and they may be accustomed to it. It is a torture room. I mean, people scream in torture rooms.
True.
Yeah, we'll gag him. I mean, the
He'll still scream, it
alternative-
just won't be as loud, and he won't
Yeah.
be able to talk.
Alternative is killing him, and I don't feel good about killing an innocent dude on a torture device that we
Yeah,
accidentally
That-
broke his arms
That
on.
Jake made worse.
I just don't know that
Yeah.
we can. Even if we can figure out how to get him out, I don't know what we can do with him while we finish exploring this area.
Yeah. Gag him, move on, we'll come back.
Yeah, now that his arms are useless.
Spider bait.
I mean, that's for later.
Yeah.
So
That's when you pick up the children on the way out.
But
Small
so now that
snack
you're in
size.
this section here, you appear to be. There's all these little offshoots that have doors on them, and these doors seem to be, instead of more like the stone doorways, they appear to be like metal and iron. So these look almost like cells.
oh, maybe this is where Jeremy would be.
Could be. Are there keyholes on the doors?
There are.
Maybe we have a prisoner uprising on our hands here.
Well, let's see if this ring of keys that we got, see if one of them opens this thing.
Okay. Which one are you trying first?
I'll just go with the first one here.
Oh, let me move
Dan, do you want to check it out
Move the
first?
Yeah, probably can't hurt just in case there's some weird mechanism to it.
Okay. So you give it a good old look-see. And you do not see any traps.
Okay. Do we see anybody in the cell?
You cannot. So there's like a little bit of a window to see in, and it shows you about half the room. So you can't see if there's anybody like on the left side or on the corner.
Okay, so it's like a solid wall with this door with a little slit in it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I guess we'll open it up and be prepared to be jumped by a ravenous prisoner.
Okay. So you fumble around with the key ring for a little bit, but you do find there is a key that fits into this door.
Yeah. Why don't you open the door? And I'll stand there ready to fight any assholes that pop out.
All right.
So stick the key in, click the lock, door opens, you push it in, You don't see anyone in this room.
Next one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably just kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You look in. You don't see anyone. But then you open the door, and then you do see a person huddled in this. I guess it'd be in this corner if you didn't see them. But as the door opens in, they kind of scurry to the back of the room. And you see that there's like a person huddled against the back wall. He seems to be like cowering a little bit from you guys. And they're muttering something under their breath.
Hey
Mr.
man,
Jeremy.
who are you? We're breaking people out.
Oh, you're here to rescue me?
Who are you?
Who are you looking for?
That's very clever there, buddy. Listen, either way, we're getting you out of here, but we're looking for one person in particular.
Okay. You're letting me go?
Yeah, who are you?
I am. And then he's like looking at you guys, and he looks each of you up and down. And he just says, my name's Becker.
All right, Becker. You're free to go, man.
Should
If
we
you
have
head-
him come with us, if he just runs through here free, somebody could catch him.
That's true. Becker, you follow us, man.
He's like, oh, okay. Have you, does anyone know you're here?
No.
Okay.
Are you here involuntarily?
Yes. And he like looks around the room, and it's like very clearly a cell. He's like,
Like that is a dumbass question, dude.
Hey, no. He could be one of them. This could be some Stockholm shit. He slips off and tries to warn the guards about us at any moment.
no, I did not find myself in this cell by accident. I am not here of my own will.
All
I
right.
very much
So
like to get out of here.
yeah, we're gonna let go of get everyone out of these cells. Right? We're looking for Jeremy. Do you know Jeremy?
Jeremy.
Younger kid.
There was another person brought in recently. There should be one a few cells down.
All right, let's go get him.
There's not very
Yeah.
many down here anymore.
Would there be prisoners anywhere else in this area? In the whatever the fuck this complex is?
Not that I know of. There might be. There's a lot of stuff here. It's like there's. If we go like up north a little bit, that's where their storage room is. I think they keep people on the other side of that storage room too. That's really close to where the guards are. So
Yeah,
I
we figured
wouldn't
out
wanna
right
go
there
that way.
pretty quick.
yeah, there's like a huge storage room right above us. And beyond that, I don't really know what there is.
What are they doing down here?
Lots of different things. They've got like they like train people, and they keep people down here that don't make payments. They've got labs. They train animals. They store things. They have they smith things. That's pretty much just their complex of all the stuff that they like to do that they can't do up in the city.
Okay.
Delightful.
Well, come on. We're gonna go through each one of these cells and see what we get.
It's like, oh, if you get to Filmer's cell, don't let him out.
Why?
Because he's weird and I don't trust him.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so he joins up with you guys. And
Okay.
I'm just going to assume he moves with you.
Yeah. We'll go down. We'll do each cell individually.
Okay. So you guys go through. You get to the last cell. So there's nobody in these next two.
Okay.
After opening them,
Okay. So we get down to.
you get down to the last one. He's like, "No, not that one."
This is Filmer.
And you look in. So first thing you notice, his door's not closed. Second thing you notice, he's not sitting like in the corner out of the sight of the deal. And you see a very gaunt, thin man with very pale skin and like a ragged tank top. Looks very familiar.
He's the rocks guy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to deal with him then.
Hey there, man. We put all those rocks back just like you asked.
Oh, thank you. So I was about to do my second round.
Now,
I had a, but if they're back, then that's good. That'll save me some time.
yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Who are you
Um,
guys?
We're friends of the group. Hey, what's that on the wall right behind you?
And he looks back and he's like, "Oh, this is a painting I'm working on."
And I close the cell door. And I'm
Okay.
like, you want to lock this, man?
Oh yeah. I might lock him in.
All right, so you lock it. As the door closes, he kind of turns around confused, and he walks up to the door, and he like tries to open it a little bit,
Take a break.
and he
We'll
just
check the rocks
slumps
for you.
against it. He's like, "I need to do the rocks.
No. You take a break. We'll get the rocks
Dill
this
will be
time.
mad."
No,
It's fine.
no. We'll get the rocks this time. You take a
Okay,
break.
I
Relax.
guess
for
they'll
a
let
minute.
me out again.
Think of it like a vacation.
Okay,
All right.
Well.
Let's get those.
as long as the rocks are there, that's
Yeah,
my job.
you're good. You're good, man. We'll get them cells along the top
Oh,
there.
did we get any reveal along this corridor when we came over here?
Oh yeah. As you go down to this edge, you see. You would see this. Looks like it opens up into a room. You see
Room
this
with
like
a moose.
it's looks to be like a bearskin rug.
Well, let's get them other cells.
Okay.
That's not
Open this
immediately
one.
important to us.
Nobody in this one. You go to this one, and you see another person who looks to be about the same age as Becker, but they're kind of like in the corner. As you open up the door, they're doing the same thing, like kind of cowering away from you guys, and you just hear them muttering under their breath. Just like,
Hey.
I don't want to go.
What's your name?
I'm Jeremy.
Kick
You should know
ass.
that.
What do you mean I should know that?
Aren't you the guards?
Look at me.
Yes, we're the guards. You live out on a farm with your dad, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of your two friends?
Well, I didn't on my sheet. Arthur and Boris.
All right. Jeremy, we were hired by your father to get you out of here.
Oh, really? That's great. He knows I was missing.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna need to go far away from here when you get out.
Yeah, probably. We have some family that live on the other side of the continent. Maybe
That's a good idea.
I don't
That's
know.
a real good idea.
go back up to our grandfather's place, I guess. But yeah, I'm not staying in the city for sure.
All right. We'll get him out and then open up this last cell.
You know, like, As soon as Jeremy gets out too, he's very antsy. He's like, I don't want to be here any more than we have to be.
Yeah, we're trying to get as many of you out as we can.
So this opens up. Nobody in it.
Okay. Do we see any more yonder?
So you do see, as you walk down to here,
Supply room?
You did say
see a
there's
big
storage.
supply room.
What kind of supplies,
Tons
Joe?
of barrels and things. So you see, you can't really see like in any of the containers or anything. You see lots of barrels and crates, and then like leather bundles of things. Some of the crates look like what you've seen food commonly stored in. Some of the bundles look like what you've seen weapons or things commonly stored in. There's just all sorts of assortments of different things in here.
Is there anything else stored in here of value?
One thing that catches your mind, though, is there appears to be a skull with a soft glow to it floating right here.
Let's
Can
stay away from that.
maybe Becker can tell us about that?
Yes, Becker, about the skull.
Yeah, or Jeremy.
And like the skull. I don't know of a skull anywhere.
What skull do?
Floating in the storage room?
There wasn't a skull in there last time.
Got to be some kind of security device. Why don't we move back around where we saw that bear rug and see what's over on that side? Maybe there's a way around it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're peeking in, it seems to be completely stationary.
Okay. We'll come on. Come on down and around.
Eddie,
Yes.
as you get right there,
Forgot to have your 10-foot
and
pull out.
check. I think this is a death ray, as you feel the ground isn't so strong right here.
No.
I
no.
failed.
So do I. Oh no, we get poked in the bum.
You get the poke in the button hole. Yeah, so you each, as you're walking down this hallway, feel the floor give way. And you both fall into the spike pit trap.
Yikers.
That's lame.
Big
I didn't vote
ouch.
for this.
I agree.
Dealing
This
each
was a
of
bad
you
decision. I didn't vote for the floor.
roll. Looks like Eddie, you take 3 damage, and Chuck, you take 5 damage.
That's lame.
I need to stop opening windows over your guys' faces.
You should.
Eh,
You said
you do.
5 damage. With my increase from leveling up, that takes me down to 12.
That's
Okay.
stupid, and I don't like it.
But now you guys are in the bottom of the spike trap. So you'll have to get help to climb out.
I've got some 10-foot ladder I can lower
Yeah.
down to you.
Lower it down, we'll shimmy
Okay.
up.
You guys do such. You're pretty. The ladder makes it almost trivial, so pretty easy to get out with that, and then you can lay it across.
I will plug the holes in my body with pipe weed.
As one other thing, as you hear the trap like get sprung, immediately after you fall into the pit trap, you hear this like raspy chuckling coming from one of the cages,
Oh, it's
or
what's
coming
his
from
face?
this direction.
Creepy guy.
Yeah. Oh, when we get out, I want to go over to him. The fuck is with that skull in the supply room?
Oh, it's not a skull. It's a cube.
The fuck is? Oh, what do you mean?
Gelatinous cube.
It's not a skull. It's a cube. It has a skull in it sometimes. It hasn't seemed to be able to eat through that one. So sometimes it'll float around in a little bit. Usually you can't see it.
Okay.
I guess we got lucky.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Thanks, man. Let's shimmy across this ladder.
As you guys are leaving, he's like, "Do I get to leave yet?"
Not yet. We haven't
not
done
yet.
the rocks.
We're still working on your
Okay.
rounds.
We haven't done we haven't done our rounds with the rocks yet.
Okay. So just
Plus,
don't
we heard you
forget
laughing.
about me.
Plus, we heard you laughing at us. I'm a little offended.
Oh, everyone falls for that.
Is there any war that people fall for regularly?
I usually don't go much farther in. I just do the rocks.
All right, Joe,
Sometimes
what's
I
in
get
this
the rocks
room?
from the storage room, and I walk around the cube.
Okay.
So you walk into this room, and it just seems to be like kind of an office or a study. You see, like there's this desk that has parchment and some like expensive writing quills and ink. You see a bed with a pretty nice, like a pretty extravagant like cloth sheet and a blanket on it. There's a really nice spare rug. Like this is definitely the place with the most money in it that you've seen.
Cool.
You'd guess
First thing
it's,
I'm
like,
going to do is
probably
climb
the-
up on the bed and piss all over it.
Hey, let's
Okay.
check it for loot first before you pee all over it.
You check. I'm peeing.
The only other thing that you'll notice is that on the back of the chair, there's this very like flamboyant purple coat with like these dark black feathers around the collar.
Oh, someone should take that.
Yeah, I'll start looting.
Okay.
So anyway, I started looting.
I'll start stealing.
As
Sure.
soon as I'm done peeing, I'll join in the looting.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the hallway on the other side of the trap just in case people come.
Good idea.
So the main thing, like just the writing utensils and things, it looks like he's been writing in here, but there's nothing like on the table that's already written that he left. But just like a quill and ink pot and all that's pretty expensive. So those things alone would be worth taking. And there's the cork cap for it, so you're able to transport it pretty easily.
I'll just
So
write those
you're able to
in
grab
party
some
inventory.
scrolls, inkwell, and some quills.
Okay. I'll write them in the party inventory.
Okay. There's the
Looks like
purple
there's a-
jacket if you want it. The
Looks
purple
like
there's
jacket
a
seems
chest
to be
in here.
pretty. Yep. Yep, and then there is a chest. So you open the chest and there seems to be some clothing. There's a change of sheets, some clothing. There's a nightgown which also is purple. And there's like this night cap in it that's also got those same like weird black feathers on it.
That's fancy.
Ooh,
Let's take that purple bed sheet.
Yeah, what kind of clothes and stuff is in there?
It just looks like a
Pimp
nightgown.
clothing.
Yeah, it's just like a
Apparently-
nightgown. Like it looks like there's normally more clothes in there, but they're not. But the clothes that are in there currently are just like a nightgown and or like a night.
Is there like a false bottom or anything in this chest, or like a hidden drawer in the desk?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you can check for those. So you check for a false bottom in the bottom of this chest, and you don't see one. But you check for extra drawers in the desk. After doing that for a little bit, you are pretty quickly able to find that there is a like a drawer that's kind of hidden on this side, and you pull it out, and there's this weird like bone totem looking thing. It looks like the I don't know. It's very unnerving when you look at it. It looks like a skull of like a small animal and a jawbone of a bigger animal, and they're kind of like wrapped around in twine.
I guess we'll take it.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
In the pack.
and then there's also a what looks to be like these really dense like crackers almost. Like not the type that you'd think a person would eat, but like animal feed almost. It's like just really dense, like
Take
like
those just in
feed
case.
I'll
material.
take those
Yeah.
too.
All right.
You eat those with it.
Well,
Other than
once
that, like the bed sheets and the cloth is all pretty expensive. So that'd be like the main things you can loot from here.
Okay. Well, that bed sheet I'm gonna ruin.
Okay. The blanket on it's probably expensive too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll out the blanket. A good blanket's hard to come by.
Yeah.
But I'm pissing all over the sheets. On the
This
bed.
is like a silky, very
Yeah.
nice, very expensive blanket.
And I'm taking the one from the chest, not the
Yeah,
pea soaked one.
Yeah, Chuck's taking the one from the
Okay.
chest.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll roll up the blanket off the bed and kind of throw it on my pack, and then I'm gonna piss all over the sheets that are on the bed.
Okay.
So
Fuck whoever he lives in this
Yeah.
office.
so now we know that that skull there is a gelatinous cube, right? And that skull's fucking
Yeah.
glowing and shit. So I wonder, it's got to have some special ability or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if we could maybe knock the skull out with like a 10-foot pole or something
That's
like that.
exactly what I was thinking. We take a 10-foot pole, we drape this bed sheet over it, and then jab in, try and poke the skull through it. Remove the 10-foot pole. Hopefully, the sheet protects it a little bit from the, in case that thing's acidic, and it still leaves something that we can see it. Because
Inside
hopefully
of it,
those pigments will linger for a little while, and then we can just fucking avoid this thing and see if we can get to the other side of this room. Like
And it looks like there's
maybe
a door up here too.
I was thinking maybe we come out this door here,
Yep.
try and lure it towards us, see if we can poke that skull out. Then we all run in here and then cut around to the other side and try and make it to this door, one of the doors on the other side of this thing. My thing is,
Okay.
we'll just have to try and be somewhat quiet so we don't wake up all those guards.
Yes.
All right.
Tell you what
So-
we could also do, that food stuff. If it's attracted to that food stuff, when we're done, we could go ahead and throw one of those food cracker things in the corner by the door where the guards are.
That's a good idea.
Worst case scenario, if they come through the door looking for us, they just walk straight into the gelatinous cube.
It's a good idea.
All right. So, what's the first thing that you're doing then with this
I
plan?
think first, I just want to see if this is a door here.
Okay. Yeah, you peek out. That door's like a little bit ajar, but you're able to peek, and you couldn't get a good angle of it now, but you do see there is a bit of like a staircase here.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'm super into exploring an additional level to this.
Yeah.
Looks like it goes deeper.
Yeah, we got Jeremy.
Yeah. I'm only really concerned with they said there might be more prisoners up here.
Yeah. That's kind of why I want to try and get across here, see if we can rescue any more prisoners.
Okay.
Who wants to do the skull poking?
I can probably do that. I assume that's probably like a dexterity skill test.
Yeah.
To like
Yeah, I'll make it that.
Okay.
And in theory, I'm good at that.
Sure.
So yeah,
So now that you guys have that suspicion that it's a gelatinous cube, it was hard to see with kind of the light at first, but now that that's what you're looking for, you are able to see this like slight shimmer of a cube around the skull now. And it's got some debris and things that have kind of settled down along the ground. It looks like it hasn't been moving a whole lot.
Okay.
we'll go poke it and see if you can lead it back this direction.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know if it matters or not because I don't think they hear, but I'll try and move silently anyways. Just partly because the guards are still up there.
Sure. So you move silently into this room. Roll for that. Okay. So as you step into this room, kind of move your token where you're going to be moving around.
And I feel like it's probably prudent to do it. I will check the floor around here first as I move out also.
Okay.
Just in case there's another spike trap thing.
So you look around. You don't seem to see anything.
Because I'll be tapping the floor as I kind of approach up to it here. So
Okay.
I'll just kind of stick to the wall
So
a little bit.
as soon as you come through the doors, you see the skull kind of like shimmer a little bit, and it looks like the cube is moving towards you.
Okay.
It's very slow, and one thing you notice though, so as it approaches you, it makes contact with one of these pillars, and these pillars are stone, the same as the stone that you've seen everywhere else in this, and these pillars still have that same like powder stuff on them. And as soon as it makes contact with this pillar, it kind of like shrivels and recoils at it, and it seems to not like contacting it.
Salt
so
on
it
a
kind of
slug.
like sulks itself in, and it tries to like elongate itself to fit around the pillar.
Okay. Maybe this is a good opportunity to try and poke the skull out real quick since it's dealing with an obstacle.
Yeah, so now it's more like elliptical now, so it looks like it's shorter on one side. So give me that dexterity test.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, with that 8.
Did the captain buy us a reroll?
I thought he did.
Yeah, he bought us another reroll.
I think he did.
Do we want to use it for this?
Absolutely.
All right. That's much better.
Much better. Yep.
I say if I can stretch it, like try and hook the pole into the eye socket and like lift it out or something. But
Yeah, that's fine. You're able to do that pretty easily. So you stick the pole through, you kind of burrow it through and gets in the back there, goes through the eye socket, and you whisk it out, and you now have the skull on the end. It makes this like sound as you pull it through the cube.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to make sure that I don't look like at it. Like,
Okay.
we've had bad experience with making eye contact with skulls before.
Yeah. Sure. So
So-
you avoid eye contact with it.
Yep, I'll make sure that and I'll maybe hand it to like Torg or something so he can put something over it and then we can.
Sure.
Take it
And it wasn't super obvious when it was in the cube. If it was like when you first looked in this room, it looked like the skull was glowing. And then once you knew it was inside of a cube, you thought like maybe the cube's reflecting the light weird or something like that. But after you pop it out of the cube, it's definitely glowing. There's this weird like purplish hue coming off of this skull.
Yeah, I'll grab a shirt or some shit from that chest.
Yeah.
Put the skull in there and kind of tie it off on both ends and stick it in my pack.
Okay. You do so.
So yeah, now that the gelatinous cube is coming for us over here, why don't we run the fuck around the other side? Try and get to that far side.
Okay. And it's pretty trivial to do so. So it's moving towards you. And as you back into that room, Dan, and it starts making contact with like the door and the wall around it, it just shrivels up and gives up. So it seems like anytime it tries to leave this room, it makes contact with some surface that makes it really unhappy. So it seems to be kind of trapped in here. But yeah, so you're able to do that. Let me remove that skull from it.
We're gonna take one of our skulls and have it look at the other skull.
Ooh, Dan, you got the skull recorded in the group inventory?
I'm
Yep.
doing it right now.
Nice.
So we'll move you back over here. I'll say this is stuck here trying to move.
All right, and across the room we go.
Okay.
Should we check any of the goods in here on the way?
Might as well look while we're walking by.
So
Yeah,
you're able to do
Joe, as
like
we get
kind of
by.
a quick glance. So these are the other two things that you see offshoots of. Or I guess you wouldn't see down that. You would just see that. There. So as you guys are in this room, the cube is constantly trying to approach you. So you'd have to make, like you can get a quick look at what things are if you pop into them, but if you were wanting to do extended looting, it would take longer as you're kind of having to kite this thing around the room.
I'm just wondering what I catch a glimpse of as we're kind of walking around the pile of stuff in the center.
Okay. So as you get closer, you see like random assortments of a lot of different types of tools. You see like there looks to be like some powder and things that kind of resembles what you saw in the blacksmith room. So it looks like probably some of the materials that they're using for the forge are kept in like these parts of the barrels here. Like you see there's some like coal for the furnace there. And then you see a few like iron ingots and some other like metals. You see like a few iron ingots, and then there's this one like stack of 2 ingots that have this weird like metallic green sheen
I'm
to it.
grabbing those, throwing them in my pack.
Okay, they're pretty heavy, but you're able to carry them. But they're
Best
a
gun.
good, they're good like 8 pounds each.
Any sign of the white powder that's coating the walls? Like in these crates or boxes or anything? Just as we're walking by. If it's more than what I could see at a glance.
So you
but-
do see in this crate here, the you can tell that like around that crate something's kind of spilled out, and you do see like the one of those square crates does seem to have a bunch of that white powder in it.
Nice.
So here's what I'm thinking, guys. We go with your plan, Eddie. We lure, one of us lures this thing over by the door where the guards are,
And we just wall it off.
and then we just fucking wall the thing off. That way it's right there in front of that door.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so it looks like every surface in this room already has some of the powder on it, but you do see that it's kind of like doubled up on the doors and the exits. There's like an extra line of it. You can see like this thicker patch of it. So it looks like that's kind of what why it's stuck in this room, because it looks big enough to fit through like
Right.
these double doors here, but you
Yeah,
do see like
I'm
this
not-
thick
yeah.
line of the powder there.
Not trying to get it to go through the door, but that way, in case they run out of the door, they're running right into it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We just
So
kinda
are you trying to get it trapped?
Stuck, just kind of
Yeah.
stuck up here.
Yeah,
Trying
I'm
to
just
kite it,
trying to
like,
get it kind
against
of
the store.
trapped up there.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks
Yeah.
for that raid.
okay.
Hey, yeah, thanks for the raid. That's fantastic.
Sure. I'd say you're able to do that. So you kite it for a little bit. You'd be able to kind of like draw, if you did,
It'd probably have to come out almost to the pillar.
if
Yeah.
if you made like a line here, and then you got it to follow you in, and then put a line behind it, and then stepped
Yeah.
over, then it would basically be trapped right there. So
Yep,
you guys
that's
are
what
able to do
we'll
that
do.
pretty
That's
easily.
exactly what we're looking for.
So, bop. And
There
it's
we go.
kind of writhing. It's trying to pathfind. So the way I always picture the cubes is like fungal. If you've ever seen like a fungus try to grow and like navigate its way through things, that's like kind of what this cube is doing. Is it's like changing its shape and distorting, and it's trying to get around it, but it keeps hitting this weird powder stuff, so it's not moving past it.
Nice. Well, at least it gives us a little more security. Do we want to start freeing prisoners from these cells, or do we want to check out this door here?
I'd say we might want to give this supply room a little bit of a more thorough look now that it's trapped in the corner.
Yeah, that's true.
At least see if there's anything easy to loot. If nothing else, maybe we find some better supplies or something like that. Maybe we can, give something to these couple of guys we've already freed.
Yeah, we
Whether
can
it's
maybe
just
For
Arm
freeing
those.
prisoners, it would be better to free the prisoners before going into any suspicious doors.
Yeah, we
Right.
can arm
Good
our
idea.
prisoners up.
Okay,
So
well, why
if
don't Eddie,
Why
if
don't
you
we
want
split
to,
up?
yeah,
I'll start looking through stuff if you guys want to go check those cells out.
yeah, Dan and I can go check the cells if the two of you want to start looking for goods.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go through these cells, and you find
The Jeb
That's
by
not me.
Jebum's the 23rd.
Yeah, Jake, you want to help me identify particularly worthwhile things? to
find
loot
two
from here?
more people,
Oh, good. Do they seem?
and they're both pretty similar state to Jeremy and Becker.
Okay. Well, give them the shh. We're,
busting you out.
here to get you out of here.
Oh, and then so there's the last one too. When
Yeah.
you go to open this one though, you open the door and it feels like there's a lot of resistance on it as you're trying to push through.
Okay. Looking through the slot in there, can we see that wall is collapsed on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. I'll leave it because I don't want to risk making a lot of noise pushing the door open.
Okay.
Might be our most optimal way out, though.
Shit, you're
Well,
not
we
wrong.
can make the noise later if they come running down the hallway. Cube time.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got all the prisoners if we want to check out that other door real quick.
Yep. Let me give that door a search for traps real quick.
Did Jake and Eddie find anything cool?
So you guys find some food. It's just stuff that stores really easily. But you find like a few barrels of water, one barrel of mead. It's not like particularly quality mead, but it's there.
I think any food should get fed to the cube so that they don't have any food provisions down here.
I was going to
Oh,
light it on fire.
I was going to give some food to the prisoners and then ask if any of them know how that torture rack in the other room works.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
it's too late for that guy. He's got broken shoulders, man. This time and
Oh.
age, that's a death sentence.
Yeah,
We could get him to a cleric or some shit. He might be able
Yeah.
to be.
bring him back with some. Oh, we could put a finger in his butt and maybe he'll come back with giant ears.
What?
I mean, that's how it works, isn't it?
Oh my God.
How
That
priests
escalated.
work.
Yeah.
Let the power.
I
of
mean,
the
there are
gods flow
clerical
through
services
you.
that are a little bit more advanced medicine wise than what our Middle Ages had. But yeah,
Magic.
still a pretty severe injury. But yeah, you guys look through it. You do find a bundle of spears, like in one of the leather wrappings. There's like 5 spears, iron tipped, and you find what's another food, need spears, the weird potion stuff. Oh, you find a box that has some more of those like cracker things. But they seem to
What's
be
up there
like
for the spiders.
not
Well,
sure.
didn't that one guy said they were doing shit with monsters? I wonder if we go further down, like down those stairs, if they got like fucking creatures or some shit down there.
Yeah, it could be.
You were saying they seem to be something though, Joe, about the new thick crackers. I'm calling them.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty similar to the ones that you found in the
Okay.
the desk drawer there.
Okay. Well, we'll grab. Maybe we should all take a handful of them.
I'm gonna take the barrel of mead if I can. Is it
It'd
like a
be
big
pretty-
barrel?
It's a big barrel.
Oh, okay. It's not like a little pony keg.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not a little keg. It's like it is a barrel. A full
Okay,
on
well let's
barrel.
let's take the bundle of spears and let's at least give a spear out to each of these prisoners.
Yeah.
So they got
Spears and
something.
All right.
sandwiches.
Spears
Most of
and
these
sandwiches
prisoners-
for all prisoners.
Most
little
of these
mead, too.
prisoners seem to be so all of them except for Jeremy seem to be very like confused when you hand them the spear because they're all seem to be people kind of in a similar situation as Jeremy where they were like taken advantage of going into their wizarding school, but
You
Jeremy
point the
definitely
sand at the
doesn't
people you
resemble
don't like.
most of them because you know his background's a little bit different, so he like grasps it and you can tell like he's held one before, but all the other ones just kind of like hold it very limply. They've got like both of their hands right next to each other on it like a bat.
Joe, let me ask you a question. Are there any candles or anything in this room? Candles, torches, anything like that?
I don't want to
I've
start a
got
fire.
candles.
Hold on, because I know where you're going. If we start a fire, the guards will wake up. We're not ready yet.
No. Hear me out. Joe, are there any candles?
They're not any candles. No.
I have
Okay.
candles. I have
Okay.
12 candles.
So hear me out. Let's figure out our escape route first. And then I'm thinking, as much as it pains me to say this, let's get some of that mead poured over all of these crates and such.
Is meat flammable?
I don't think meat is.
Not
set
really,
down.
no.
Is it not high enough to be flammable?
I don't think
No.
so.
Well, then that's just a waste of mead. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we just put a candle somewhere in the middle of these boxes, like resting on top of it, and just let it burn its way down slowly over
Yeah.
time. We'll be long gone by the time.
There's some of these like the ingots, the iron ingots. There was like cloth kind of padding in it that I guess you could like spread around them as kindling almost.
Yeah.
And I
The
still
iron
have-
ingots would be worth something too, actually, if we wanted
you
to
wanna
take
carry
any of
them.
those. Yeah,
They're heavy.
I've got two
There's a
very
lot of
heavy ingots in my pack, but
I
Yeah.
still have oil too, so we could just put oil somewhere, and once the candle burns down enough, it lights
right,
it.
that was kind of my thought. I just kind of want to cripple them.
Well, that's why I said we could just feed the food to the slime.
Yeah, that too.
Just slowly destroy it quietly.
Yeah. All right, you guys checking out that door?
Yep, I was gonna check for traps.
While you're doing that, I'm sipping some of the meat out of the barrel
You
if
might
I
as well.
can. Might as well. It's there. I'm thirsty. We've been adventuring.
All right. So what's the next thing you guys want to do
Check for traps on this door here.
in the store?
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. Okay. You successfully detect there is a trap. It's not on your side of the door though. You see that there is a mechanism that will trigger if you open this door and walk through, and it's on a timer. So it's set so that it appears like if you open the door and then step through, just a few seconds after something happens.
Okay. Is it possible to disarm that trap?
Yeah, you could remove the mechanism.
I mean, if you want to, I do the same check again. If you want me to do a check for it, or if just seeing the mechanism is enough. It's up to
Or
you.
I mean, we've got our mission accomplished. Do we need to fuck with this?
Just curious what's on the other side. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'd like to try and disarm it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so. I'd say, like, you find this little pulley and you're able to pinch off its movement so it doesn't continue.
Okay. Are the hinges so we can oil them up on this side?
Yeah, you can do that. Most of these stone doors, the hinges have been like so that you can move the doors either way, almost.
Okay.
So they're like kind of in the middle of it. So you're able to do that. And you open the door. After you open the door, you look up and you see it was probably like some sort of fire trap because you see little bouts and some soot above the ceiling.
Okay. My least favorite.
But you see diagonal hallways. Super fun to reveal. There we go. Diagonal hallway.
Do we want to deal
you
with
go.
getting our prisoners out and then decide if we want to investigate more?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
My vote is let's get them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause,
We
yeah,
just
you've
want to go
got
back the way we came, the quiet way.
Yeah.
you've got 4 people traveling with you now.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm curious, what's up through here or not, because it'd be shorter.
Well, we just take a whole bunch of that monster bait and some of that white powder, and then we can come back whenever we feel like it.
True.
Rob these motherfuckers blind.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
let's
and-
at least get these people out for now.
yeah, and that's why
This is a multi-layered dungeon here.
well, and that's why I think going this way would be nice because we can unlock this door and then kind of slide it shut and make it look like it's not been used.
Well, we still need to go get the dude who's on that rack down there.
Okay.
And hopefully one of these
Mm.
prisoners know how to undo the clasp.
Do we?
Well,
I'd
he's
feel
one of the
bad.
prisoners.
Yeah. I'll ask the 4 of them here, like, hey, there's a dude down on the torture rack down there. We don't fucking know how to get him off of it. Do any of you know how?
They'll like kind of murmur themselves a little bit, and then Jeremy's like, I could probably figure it out. Like, I'll have
Alright.
to look at it
We're
though.
going that way anyway if we go back out the same way we came.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
before we
Okay.
do that, I want to unlock this door up here. So if we decide to come back through and use it later, it's open for us. 'Cause I
Okay.
imagine-
Which door?
The cell with the partially collapsed wall.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. You unlock that.
that way we can maybe use it later if we want.
Okay. You do so. Then you guys make your way back down.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way back down. Dude is woken back up, and you see like tears streaming down his eyes in pain. He's still got the thing in his mouth, and he is just shaking his head back and forth as he sees you guys walk into the room.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah. Does Jeremy let him try and figure that shit out?
And Jeremy's like, "Oh my god, what happened to him?"
Oh, we tried to help.
We didn't do a good job.
So he walks
We did a
up.
bad job.
Jeremy gets to make the same test.
Turns out that we're not good with
So let's
torture
see if
devices.
it's Jeremy's fault now. Oh, he rolled pretty well.
Nice. Good job, Jeremy.
So Jeremy doesn't kill him. So Jeremy looks at it for a little bit. He finds a lever that seems to like release the tension on these wheels that are pulling on his arms. And after he does that, you see like all 4 of the clamps that are on his arms and legs kind of like loosen, and then you're able to pull them out of their slots. And he's still got them like fastened to himself. So it would
That's-
take like a little bit of time to like remove them if you wanted to get like the actual manacle
No.
bits off.
He can wear those for now. He's going home with souvenirs.
All right. But he is incredibly weak. Like, you pick him up, it looks like he was left there for a while. and now
I'll
his arms
carry
are
him.
broken. So, okay,
Yeah,
yep.
I'll
That
carry
was what I
him.
was getting to. He'll probably need to be carried. He's very light, so it's not much of like a burden on you physically, but you are definitely
I've lifted mugs of beer heavier than you, guy. I got you.
mhm.
Hmm.
All right.
Then we just backtrack out the way we came.
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any other ingots or metals or anything in the in this blacksmithing room, Joe?
None that are out. So you see like a few bits that have been like worked, but none of them are like in pristine condition, like they haven't been used yet.
There was a long sword here leaning up against a barrel, right?
Take it at
Yes.
this point.
Yep.
We're on our
Yeah,
way out.
let's take that long sword on the way out.
Okay. Grab that long sword.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll take my dagger and I'll slice this billows along the narrow end here so that it's useless.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you do such.
It'd be hard fortune anything with that.
Yeah.
We
This
stole
little,
their anvil.
this little puff of soot comes out when you do that, and billows are destroyed. So you guys walk in. As you get into the hallway here, stop it, cat. My cat keeps clawing my chair. As you guys walk into the hallway, though, one thing you notice, tripwire's still up, door's still closed, but you see, it looks like there are. Let me position this. So it's like a long part of the hallway. It's hard to show. Let's do that. Boop. 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 Looks like there are two spiders, one on the wall and one just past the rubble. Looks like they are moving through the part that was cleared earlier.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not concerned with them.
Yeah, because we came in through the side door here. So if we can just get through there
Yep.
and leave those spiders to have some fun.
And you see that they seem to be like working on a web right now. As you guys walk in, they kind of freeze in place and one of them goes up like along the ceiling.
You do you, spiders.
Yeah.
Okay. You go into here.
Yeah, we'll make sure to shut these doors behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's pile some of these beds up against the doors on the other side too.
I was just
That way, only we can come in through them.
I was going to say even better if we have the keys and the keys lock those doors. Let's just lock them too.
Or pitting them maybe too. I don't know. My concern with the keys is we found a set of keys, but we don't know if any of those guards there have more
I'm
sets.
sure there's more than one.
Yeah,
set
but
of
that'll
keys.
still slow them down long enough that they have to unlock it before they move through.
We can lock Pitten and stack cots. Really give them the trifecta.
Yeah, we'll do
Make
all.
them
Give those
go through
spiders
the-
plenty of
the
time.
bugs. Yeah.
We'll do all the things, and ironically, the guards will be trapped with that only way out.
The
That's
spiders
true.
and slime are in here with you. You're in here with them.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be fun to come back here in a week when the place is full of dead people.
Hopefully.
And a million baby spiders.
And a million,
Million
baby
baby
spiders.
spiders. Oh God.
Yeah, it'll be a totally different dungeon.
Yeah.
We're just gonna find like an egg sack the size of a Volkswagen.
Yeah,
All right. So, yeah, you guys are able to do that to this doorway pretty easily. So you get it closed up. You make it through. You're back into the cave. you're able. Is there anything else that you're like looking for once you're in the cave here?
I think just keeping an eye out for spiders that might
Yeah.
engage us.
My
Yeah.
goal is to get out as quickly as I can without getting bit by a spider.
Yeah, maybe we'll wave some torches around furiously.
Sure. Yep. So, you guys starting your way out. As you make it up to here, you do see there's like another spider facing away from you. Looks like it's moving in. And then you see a spider, or you hear a spider right here as well. So they seem to be a little bit more active right now. They're kind of picking up because you only ran into a few, but you're like hearing like scurrying and rocks getting shuffled around every so often. And spiders moving through. You just hear like these dull thumps of their feet moving across the cave walls.
Just try and avoid them, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, stay out of any
Give
webs.
me a. Who wants to make like a group test
What are we doing?
for luck?
I got an 11.
I've got a 13 team.
Sounds like a Dan so far.
Okay. Let's do that luck test.
Oh, wow. this is
Fucking kidding
we
me?
should
Yeah.
not have done that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. I could have a
So-
20 and I'd still fail. I did it.
I like how earlier someone in chat was just like, "Oh, you just gotta flip the the ones and the 20s. That way Dan can do better." I'm like, no. The dice
This
fucking
is what
know.
happens.
The dice
matter.
fucking know, because
Dice
for
know.
this we do, for luck in this we do, it's a roll under. So the dice, they goddamn know. They said fuck Dan specifically. Yeah.
20. 20 is fun. I don't know if I'll do anything extra on that. But as you guys make it, you make it pretty far. But you do encounter before you make it to the exit, so I'll move you guys up here. And you can position yourselves how you would. But you encounter 2 spiders by the exit that are working on a web.
I see you
That's-
moving back, Jake.
Yeah. Stand wherever you like.
Jake, can you hold this dude?
Sure. I can try.
Okay, well maybe can we have the 4 other prisoners carry this dude?
Well, 3 of them are pretty weak, but I mean, this guy's not very heavy. Like, just hold
I
him
mean,
up and keep
yeah.
him from falling over.
It's not that. So the other prisoners aren't like super weak. They're just not like.
Yeah.
They're very scholarly. They're wizards. Like
Yeah.
Hold this man. Don't stick him with the pointy end of these
Right.
spears.
The 4 of
Yeah.
you, it's now your job to carry this one dude. That way I can go up there and I can fight some fucking spiders.
they're like, okay, we don't want any part of that. So they hold on to him, and we'll pick up with the same initiative.
Cool.
So, Dan.
Not even giving me a chance to roll better on initiative.
Let's see what else I have in my inventory real quick. I do have a light crossbow, so rather than getting all up in spider business, I might just try and shoot one of them real quick.
Okay.
I get actually a much better attack bonus on that anyways.
All right.
I should have probably been doing this the whole time.
Ooh.
So I get dexterity and my attack bonus, I think. So
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
So Dan is playing Sniper Elite. Unfortunately, he's doing it with a pellet gun.
oh, probably a Nerf gun, actually, but
Bonk.
You break off like one part of one of their legs.
I probably broke a hair off of one of their legs.
But it's still damage. So, from there, after Dan, it goes to Chuck.
Are these close enough? I just want to charge up and get into melee and start fucking swinging.
Yeah. Yep, you're within melee range.
I'll go with the one that Dan just shot.
Okay.
And I'll swing with my fucking sword. 21 to hit, first 6 damage.
It dies.
Nice.
'Cause these have
Nice.
7 health.
Good to know.
That 1 point of damage mattered.
It did matter.
Good job, Dan. You softened
You
it.
just
up for
finished
him.
it up.
Couldn't have done it
Yeah.
without you, man.
Like it ricochets off its leg, and then Chuck goes in and brutally murders it, and you're like, "Good job, you softened it."
I
All right.
helped.
He just walks up.
Since
No,
Chuck ran in.
You want to shoot him here?
Shoves it in its brain.
Spoder is going to attack Chuck since he's the only one that's moved up.
Just killed your fucking friend. Don't make me kill you too. Well, I'm gonna kill you anyway, so might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here.
Ooh, natural 19.
Ugh. That's dirty.
Oh, and it rolls max damage,
Fuck, that's dirty.
dealing 8.
Ow. I didn't vote for this.
They
So
hit
they
hard.
4
They don't have
hit
much health.
points. 4 hit points.
That's its turn. It then goes to Jake.
I cast magic missile at that spider.
Okay. What's that
For
do?
3 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
It sizzles a little bit with magic energy. After Jake goes to Eddie.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, you're
Are you
muted.
muted, Eddie?
Oh, yep, I was. Sorry. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna what is the kids' parlance these days? Fuck it up. Yes.
Yeah. As they say.
Anyway, as the kids say.
Yes.
So there we go. There's 3. Right? Yeah. I'm just lunging at this thing with my axe overhead. See if I can just cleave it in half right around the midsection.
All right. Roll damage.
8
You
damage.
do so. Yep. You kill it 3 over. So
Nice. Take that,
or
spiders.
4.
Bazinga.
Yeah. So you just bisect it. And it
Okay.
dies.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I am
Alright.
hurt.
Yes. So you guys take the prisoners. You go out the doorway. You bring them up. You're in the sewers. And as soon as you make it up into the sewers, you see down, because directly across from you is the it's like the dirt path that kind of like winds around, and you see torchlight around one of the bends in that dirt path that's dug into the walls.
Go find a place to hide real quick.
And that's where we're gonna cut tonight's session.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to see if I die in 2 weeks.
Well, we can always run
Yep.
back in here, hide in a corner, and let the spiders fight whoever's coming.
Yeah.
But is that a corner that doesn't have spiders?
Yeah.
Well, I got dark vision out for 60 feet, so
And they've got 4 times dark vision with their 8 eyes.
That's fine. I don't care if they're
Then
4
again.
times as far away from me, Joe. That's fine.
And there's a lot of them. But that's where we're going to end it. Is
Okay.
you guys just coming out of the cave and you see a light that looks like it's coming down one of the paths, which leads you to believe it's probably someone with the CER, because that's the ones that use those paths.
It's okay. I still got a magic missile left. Bring it.
All right.
And I got stink bombs. That'll be fun.
So I'll determine. We've got the loot tallied up, so I'll determine experience for that here before next session.
Okay.
I gave you guys a big boost because I'd forgotten to do that a few times in a row. But yeah, that was that dungeon, the CER, like underground prison, smithy, research facility, and trainery. There was some stuff that you may still have yet to find that was down there.
Yeah.
We'll be playing this again here in 2 weeks. What else is going on the Defenders?
Yeah. So what we got on Defenders? We don't have anything until Wednesday, but if you swing by Steam, Steel, and Murder Sunday night, that's Bert's channel. Let me put the link in there. Actually, the link's there already. Check out Bert's stuff. But on Sunday, we're going to be playing some Shadowrun on Steam, Steel, and Murder at 9 p.m. Central. We don't have any games on the Lollygaggers on Monday. So we'll come back Wednesday. Bert's running a one-shot for us here on the channel. And then Friday, we'll be back to All Fear the Ishtar, wrapping up the current chapter. Here at the end of the month, beginning of next month, we're starting not 1, but 2 Pathfinder 2nd edition campaigns. One will be every other Wednesday and the other will be every other Friday. So 2 campaigns, both running in the same world simultaneously of each other. Yeah, that's kind of what we got. Yeah.
Cool. Should be fun. So yeah, tune in there for all those things. We're done here for tonight. We'll see if they make it out with all the prisoners alive next time. And
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we really just need the one prisoner.
Right. Jeremy is our target.
Right.
We have to meat shield the other 3.
yeah,
3.5.
those are just the bonus points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
They count as loot, right? So for
They're
XP,
point
we get.
multipliers.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so we'll be back here in 2 weeks. Stay safe, get vaccinated, all those good things, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Thanks
Night,
everybody for
everybody.
watching.